Oh, precious channel. It is I, your friend Jerifer K. Horkins, and I'm joined by a dark coven of aspiring and professional brewmasters here on today's episode of Acquisitions Intoxicated. Now, if you are not familiar with the show, its entire purpose is to act as a mystical portal.
So we can get drunk?
Yes,
I mean,
we're also
really.
going to drink, but brewing is a truly a human art form, and it is our intention to invite you into it. I am joined, of course, by Acquisitions Intoxicated Brewmaster Eric Benson, the notorious EJB, Azerbaijan, and you can introduce the rest of the humans.
Sure. To my right, I have Chris Pramis of Green Ronin.
Hello.
Thank you for coming.
My pleasure.
Jessica Munizan of many a show. Minds and Crafts was the big one.
It's fine. You don't have to pretend.
Do you want me to go down all the list?
I work at Microsoft.
She works at
corporate. It's fine.
She's going corporate, everyone.
Are you test sellouts?
Yeah.
I didn't want to say it publicly, but you can bring it up.
And streaming also. I don't know. The end. Move on.
Next person,
And
please.
the Holly Conrad.
That's right. You may know her as Strix.
Nope, not what? Who?
The Trash Witch.
I don't know who that is.
And you may recognize her from an earlier episode. Thank you, Ninja Nurse. It is my birthday.
It's
in
your
fact.
birthday?
What? Yeah, she's
What?
supposed to, yeah.
Special birthday?
You get it. Guess how old? Guess how old?
How old?
42.
Aww.
Nice. It's a good age.
Now,
Well, happy birthday. Happy
birthday.
Should we sing for you or something?
that would be awesome. We can sing to the. We can sing to the.
Oh, okay,
the beat.
perfect,
Hey,
perfect.
But. So last time you came onto the show, you had expressed an interest in the meads.
Yes.
But we also talked for a super long time. That was right after PAX, so we were all super tired, but we had an awesome time. And did you end up getting your own jug and starting to go down this adventure
So
path?
I have it, but I think in between there, I was traveling too much and I was scared to leave it.
Oh, no, that's reasonable.
I know. So I need to find a time when I'm at home for 3 weeks to 4 weeks.
Now,
Not
it's-
going to happen.
I know. So my meat's
gonna
never gonna get
happen.
made.
Well, no. But here's the main thing. So all the dark tales of home brewing, like the truly
Yeah.
evil stories about closet explosions and things like this. They make it sound like home brewing is like having a meth lab or
I was
something.
just thinking that.
Yeah,
that's
it's not that tier. Not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. We don't blow
Okay.
things up.
Yeah, because back in the
Much.
it happens sometimes, but on purpose. We blow up the spot, you heard? So, no, it's like this. Basically, the way that it goes now is that those were because they were sealed systems. And so ultimately the carbon dioxide would build up and then it would basically make a kind of bomb. But
we don't want to do that in your house.
No, exactly these days. And we'll show you the whole process.
usually.
We'll show you the whole
If
process.
you have somebody you
over
don't
here.
like,
I'm-
make
if-
them a batch of mead.
I'm so conflicted
If I
right
watch
now.
this process, I might be less scared.
No,
you're going to make
Okay.
this.
we're gonna make you
Okay.
do it for their entertainment.
Okay.
It's really just because I don't want to stand up.
Here, but get a load of this, right? These days there's a special type of stopper that you put in there that allows CO2
Oh,
bleed.
yeah, I have one of those. Yeah.
A bung,
I got that.
for
I got
lack
that,
of a
I bought
better
that.
term. Thank you, Eric. But that's the main thing. That device is what is going to put your mind at ease.
Okay.
Because pressure's never going to build up in there.
Okay.
Right? Right. Okay. Next part.
I will say that my grandfather famously blew up his basement with
Really?
beer, yes.
Oh
it's in the
my God.
1930s, though, so,
We
Earlier
were,
time-
we
I
were
just
learning
like-
then.
That's right.
We were
just-
learning back then.
feel like that would happen to me. I just feel like I would be like, this is fine, and somehow,
There's
somehow.
like a 99.9999999% chance of never blowing up mead.
Yeah,
But you
okay.
would be that
Yeah,
0.0000001%
No, you would be lucky
chance.
enough
to have it, So,
from a statistical perspective.
right.
So
Yeah.
let's make some mead because it's the easiest thing to do on the planet.
Spiral crime things. Yes, so we have talked about this before where it's like somebody will come on and they want to make a mead and we'll be like, okay, well, yeah, but then what are we going to do?
Yeah.
Right?
We're going to sit and heckle.
Exactly.
while
So
you
we'll
make
show
mead.
you what that process is about. So
I mean, and I wouldn't expect anything less.
so here is the technology.
Yeah.
So should we just put her to work?
Yeah, let's go for
Aye,
this.
here we go.
So,
I'll scoot over.
guys, this is a big mouth bubbler. This is just a regular carboy, but has a big mouth.
Okay.
They were very specific when they named this. It's highly. It took a lot of time to figure out the name. So all we do, like everything else, is make sure you have the bubbler or your carboy sanitized with some Star San, which it has been done.
What I was just going to say, so this right here, this is your friend, new and pro brewers.
Yeah.
I bought that too.
Yep, exactly. So you have everything here.
But you have everything to do
But
this.
this is going to kick ass because
Okay.
we're going to show you everything you need to do here, and then you just go home and do exactly the same thing, and you're going to
Don't blow it up.
Yeah, you're going to be a mead manufacturer. You're going to need to get a license. I mean, it's a whole thing.
It's a process.
I like come in there and there's just like a pigeon in there and I'm like, what happened?
No, just
Actually
like,
grew
just like
one.
bathing, like so gently, just floating around in a circle. You can see the feet are just under there.
I'm just like, no!
It's infused. It's fine.
Pigeon
Pigeon infused.
Here, but the main thing, the reason it's important, right? So, Josh, do you have the overhead camera? I just want to see. So you can look inside here, and you're going to see a little bit of suds, right? And that's from the Star San.
That's from the Star San.
Now, there is a brewing saying, what is it?
Don't fear the foam. my
Don't
friend.
fear the foam. So you don't have to, so you're going to use Star San, and it's going to look like soap, and it's going to bubble up,
And it's going to freak you out.
and it's going to freak you out. You're going to be like, oh shit, I got to rinse this 20,000 times. Don't do it.
Okay.
You want it to have, that is going to create the optimal environment for, you know, the microbial battle that you are about to start up, right? That's going to create the optimal conditions for your success. Now I'm gonna shut up.
So we're going to make 3 gallons of mead. What we came up with, the recipe we came up with last time was a semi-sweet mead. So all you really have to do to go from dry, semi-sweet to sweet is just add more honey.
Okay.
So we're gonna do, there's 9 pounds of, usually a semi-sweet is gonna be anywhere from 8 to 9 pounds of honey.
Jesus,
Oh my
that
God,
didn't look
that's
that heavy. That's honey.
Guys, I just want to say, I know this is all science, but it sounds like sci-fi. Like Star San, I'm sorry.
No, Star San is some bullshit.
It's
Yeah.
all crazy. I think you guys are just making all of this up.
We're brewing an alien, actually.
Yeah,
it's gonna
exactly.
pop out of,
That's heavy.
that's not the
9
best.
pounds.
That's a lot.
9 pounds, that's like a small baby.
So I bought this book called.
It's a sweet baby.
Yeah, it's a sweet, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's called Make Mead Like a Viking. And like the dude that wrote it is just, it looks like a Viking. He's like on
He's
the
got
back.
some
So-
crazy
so- yeah.
braids and
So,
shit.
and he talked about doing mead that's like wild mead, where the yeast just comes from like
oh yeah,
air.
of course. Mm-hmm. It's not weird.
Well, that's how Belgian brews used to, or beers used to be brewed.
No,
It
it's
used to
just
be in a
like you-
monastery,
so
and then there'd be a
so
vat in
this
the
is-
ground.
I was going to say, so this is something that everybody might not know, unless they saw the previous show. But Holly is actually like a beer dork. Like she is like super nerdy and
You would have
like
been so proud of me.
And
I went
coffee
to,
too, coffee
yeah,
too.
coffee too. I went to a bar the
nice.
other day, and they were because
here local.
no, it was down in LA.
Okay.
And my husband Ross really likes Guinness, and I was like, they didn't have Guinness, and she was like, I was like, oh, this one's like it, and she was like, oh yeah, that one is like it. That was it. That is like the same. I was like, because I knew it was like, I know, I was
See,
so proud of myself.
This is what I'm talking about. But I'm saying that you are like
She was so shocked too, and I was like,
no.
It's like, yeah, I got this.
but like a total like dork way into it. So this is all very very well in your zone.
So for
Yeah.
3 gallons of mead, you are going to pour 1.5 gallons of just regular water right into the carboy. Now pour in your mead.
okay.
That's it.
Or the honey, right?
Or the honey. Yeah.
You pour in
Pour in the mead.
and it's a very thin.
It's freaking magical. This,
Oh, okay, no. I'm sorry. Here, I have to go back. We're gonna go back 1 second. So the reason why it's important, right? So you've had all kinds of Belgian ales and strong Belgian
there we
ales,
go, yeah.
right?
Yes.
So you know how it's like you know right away. You lift that glass, you know that you're in that continuum, right?
Mm-hmm.
The reason you know that is because the brewing tradition in Belgium is exactly the same. It's called spontaneous fermentation. So it's a wild yeast.
Oh, interesting.
So it's like the concept of terroir,
Right.
right? Or gerroir, right? Same. So basically, that's just a part of that place is these wild yeast strains. So that's why it's like cloves and bubblegum and bananas and shit,
Yeah.
right? It's just like, these yeast is going crazy.
Yeah.
All right, here. All right, now, okay, they're good.
before we get going, Empty Heads had a question about the water that you use. You can boil the water if you want to, if you're really worried about infection, but not going to happen. I mean, it just doesn't happen usually with meads. But do not use distilled water, because when you take distilled water with brewing, having it distilled takes all the minerals out, and we want the minerals in there to affect the taste.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
And so that's like the deep sorcery of brewing is people who start fucking with mineral content.
Yeah, well, you're playing around with your waters.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's when you really want to get down to a granular level. That's how to do it.
I
Exactly.
got
I'm not
different
there yet.
water for my mead too because I didn't
Did you
want to.
really?
I didn't want to use the LA water because it's really gross.
Smart, smart.
It would have just like come alive and crawled out of my closet.
It'd be like some Calvin Hobbes type shit.
Yeah. It would have been like, I'm gonna go live in Venice Beach now.
Oh, actually, before we put the meat in, we have yeast nutrient and yeast energizer.
Energizer.
This does exactly what it says it's going to do.
It's food.
It's food. The yeast nutrient is going to just power up the yeast that much more and that much quicker, so it doesn't die out in this highly viscous material that we're putting in there.
Oh, because it can't move around and get what it wants. I see.
That makes sense.
It's funny how much this sounds like New Age bullshit.
Right,
You know,
right.
like, take the star sand and then, use the energizer. And it's going to come together.
It's like we need all the pseudoscience like of the LCAR system, right?
No, and it's like, oh yeah, and don't forget the minerals.
Yeah.
You know they sing to it on this show.
Focusing minerals.
You want to taste Aldebaran when you're done.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And make sure it's a full moon.
Yeah.
If it's a waning moon, your beer's gonna be real
You're
messed up.
Yeah.
So put 3/4 of a teaspoon into the water.
What I was just gonna say here. So now it's time for you to go to work. Here you go. You know what, you're gonna do it, and you're gonna be fine.
I'm gonna pour this in there, and then like a month later, Holly, it exploded.
Yeah, Holly, you blew up the Penny Arcade headquarters.
It done,
Way to go.
it done got blowed up. All right, you got this.
So 3/4 of
Okay.
a teaspoon.
You have what it
my
takes.
little mic belt on. I feel like I'm just. I knew I would
Oh,
be doing.
hold on, that first.
Okay.
Already
how
blowing
much?
shit up. Already blown. 3/4 of a teaspoon.
3/4 of a teaspoon.
And that's of the yeast.
That's of the nutrients.
That's 3 of these, correct?
Yep. There's only 3/4 in there. Oh, that's the energizer. That's the nutrients.
Yeah.
We're gonna do the same thing.
Okay.
for that
So
one.
3/4 of this.
Yep.
This is 1/4. That's 1/4.
For you at home.
For the
One.
unmath initiated.
God, it's already started to
2.
Oh God,
take
blowing
on a
up.
very
It's ticking.
strange
It's ticking.
shape.
It's fucking ticking.
I'm scared. Don't say. Oh, I'm so scared.
No, it's fine. Our
Okay.
primitive forebears managed this, Holly.
And they didn't even have
Okay.
nutrients.
I did that.
Same thing with that.
Okay. Don't want to cross the powders.
Streams.
The yeast
Yeah.
streams.
Speaking of Alcars, I just looked at this and I'm like, oh, theramins. Theamins.
Don't
It's
sneeze.
full of powdered theramins.
It just says don't sneeze. You're so mean. Yeah, what happens if this goes in your nose? Do you just like grow little like plants?
Get high
in there?
for a little bit. Yeah.
Well,
like
no.
like vines start coming
Yeah.
out.
It's all nutrition.
Okay.
Honestly, your life would be improved.
All
Right,
right.
I did it.
So Jerry, can you grab the metallic spoon out of the Star San bucket?
Yeah, sure.
So we always keep a bucket of Star San of sanitizer just on the side, so everything.
That's smart. That's smart.
Oh yeah, dude. He is Acquisitions Intoxicated's brewmaster
Okay.
for a reason.
The spoon's so long.
Oh God, guys, this looks like magic.
This
I'm
looks
sorry.
like this looks
No,
like you're
this is
over
a fucking cauldron.
right now.
This is just like Cauldron 2018.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Do I stir it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've
It's
never been so in love with beer before in my
Right.
whole life.
Oh no, listen.
Oh, just
no,
stir
no,
it
dude,
harder.
wait till we
You
start
can- just so
opening
that-
up this
that
other
stuff
beer,
gets-
Jessica.
Oh God.
Like the little
Harder?
see how it's bunching up?
Yeah, you gotta get rid of that.
Yeah,
Punch
those
it
clumps.
with a spoon.
Just beat the
Punch
crap
it.
out of it.
Sorry.
Strix IRL, I think I got it.
That's hashtag Strix IRL.
I mean, she'd be throwing garbage in those.
Yeah, right. It's like fucking.
No, it's like a flux capacitor. You
Yeah.
start
Oh
putting
my God, like
cans-
the Mr. Coffee.
Oh God.
I do say she does wash her hands though, 'cause she's a baker, so she does.
That's the
wash
clean
her hands.
part?
Yeah.
Bubble, toil, and trouble. Jesus.
Dude, I'm telling you, we got a brand here. We got to maintain.
Right? Hashtag Strix IRL, it's a thing.
They're just having too
All
much
right, you're
fun.
good.
Okay. I was having too much fun.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to keep stirring, I mean, go for
I think
it.
I know.
That's
No,
the rest of the show.
I do
Yeah,
love how long the
stirring.
spoon is. I want to make all my food
Here,
with a
so
long spoon.
back in the stand.
Yep. And
Okay.
now you can just pour in the honey.
Just
Right here.
pour in the
Here,
honey.
here,
Like
here,
it's
here.
not
Yeah,
like
let's get
9
this-
pounds.
Yeah, we need
spin
like
it,
we need
spin
it. There
like
you
chanting while she does this, right? Like, yeah, I don't know, we're weird.
It's like
Cultists.
scared. I'm like, ah!
We took it too far.
Yeah. Whoa, that looks rad.
Oh, this is sick. Oh,
How cool is that?
This is twisted. Now, she's going to need the spoon again to scrape the last bits of flavor out of there, right?
Sure.
Okay, so once you get down low, just turn that bowl towards you and get crazy with this spoon.
That looks cool as hell. So what we're creating, when we make beer and you see us taking all the starch and sugars out of the grains.
We're trying to create wheat honey.
Yeah, we're
For lack of a better term.
Yeah, we're creating wort.
Right.
Now the terminology for mead is called must. So what we're doing right now is creating the must.
Yeah, the mead that I
MUST.
was going to make at home was lavender mead.
Oh,
That's
sure.
rad.
That sounds great.
So this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
blackberry, and we're gonna have some additives put in a couple weeks.
Ooh.
But you had lavender additions to Trash Twitch,
Yes,
right?
yeah. I thought it was very whoa.
It's interesting, right?
I
Yeah.
loved it. I love the lavender. I thought it was really good. It actually mixed
It
so
felt
well
pretty
with
new.
the coffee.
Right?
Yeah, that beer was.
It was killer. It did not last.
Yeah, it was gone by the end of the
Show.
The show.
Wow.
It is. This is amazing. Like I can see the yeast is actually like it's
The
done-
nutrients is.
Well, no, it's actually like sitting on top of a layer of solid honey in the bottom of this.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
This is wild.
I assume there's
Yeah.
more stirring now.
Oh,
yeah,
definitely,
yeah.
Yeah.
definitely.
I think that's good. Is that good?
Yeah, yeah. So so you've seen us. Oh, yeah, you're good. You've seen us get wild on the show.
All right,
with-
so
yeah.
before we do that, before you stir,
I got excited. I'm sorry.
I really just wanted to stir, guys.
More stirring.
That's all I wanted. There is another that liter growler.
Yeah.
So what you're going to want to do is, if you're not up to 3 gallons
Oh.
between your honey and the original 1.5, we're going to add. You're just going to add water, so it brings you up to that volume.
Okay, so
So up to the top of this.
Over here.
are
It's,
you gonna tell me when to stop?
Yep. It'll probably be that whole thing.
Dude, this is getting witchy as fuck.
Right? Yep.
There you
Dump it
go.
all. There it is. 3 gallons.
Hey.
And
you
now
go.
stir.
Yeah, yeah. So like I say, so generally speaking, so in traditional brewing, and someday we'll show you that setup. Oh man, I'm like
Yeah.
right there. Hello, Josh. I didn't know my whole, I guess my face is right here. Hey, so in a traditional brewing setup, like obviously, we use the Pico Brew, and so it has a pump in there that is making all of that wort flow through the grains and extract the sugars. But in a traditional brewing setup, there's a big stir phase as well. You have a massive paddle,
Yep.
and you are going like mad in there.
Yeah, who's the mead for again? Who was the mead themed after?
God, I don't remember. It's been a
No,
week.
it's Danny, right?
No. Danny was the
Oh no,
cider.
Danny's that weird cider with the tea.
Yeah, this is the Meadiator, and I can't remember who or what we. Chat, who did we make this for?
This is just our recipe.
Yeah, we're just like, we're gonna do mead. But there was a reason. Yeah, you can. You can go even harder, Ollie, if you want.
Oh yeah. You can't go too hard on this.
Oh, it was for Fen.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, because remember, she's gonna have a bunch of different ones.
Yeah, see how all this is getting all mixed up now between the water and the. Is that
Yeah.
honey?
Yeah. So now it's going. And the smell is so good too.
Yeah, it's
So now it's doing what it's
essentially
supposed
sugar water,
to.
right?
Now it's doing what it's supposed to. Right. Super good color.
And we got.
So what do you think of the smell, Holly?
Oh man, it smells awesome.
Yeah. I mean, it turns
Honey
out
smells
that
so good.
I know, right? It's like your body's just like, this is a great material.
I was like in the zone for a second. I was
wanna
like,
put as
this
much-
is I was meant to do. This is my life now.
It's just gonna be open up a meadery in Bremerton and you're done.
There's this meadery that I follow on Instagram because that's apparently what I do in my free time, and it's called like Old World Meadery, and it's like somewhere in Oregon, and they always post just like really amazing pictures of all of them making mead, and it's the best.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's like you start a meadery and you just have to name it something like that, like
Yeah.
the old meadery.
Yeah, and it just looks like the
it has,
art's
Vikings
really cool.
blood
Yeah,
meadery. Like it has to have some crazy.
Oh yeah,
Do
the
you-
Vikings blood. I love that one.
So
That's a good
Holly,
one.
do you spend a lot of time in Oregon? Like,
No,
Oh,
I know.
okay.
I never. I spend a lot of time on Instagram.
because
kind of Oregon.
no, because Oregon is
I
like
wish I
between,
did.
It's between where you live and where we live,
know.
right? But Oregon brewing is a huge thing. Like Oregon
yeah.
brewing is off the chain right now.
That's awesome. Yeah, I would try.
This would
I would
taste
do
good right now. That's the truth. Like this
know.
would already
Oh,
taste
yeah.
good.
Honey water? Yeah.
Am I done or keep going?
Go a little bit longer.
This is basically like hummingbird water at this point.
Yes,
right?
it
much.
is. Yes, yeah,
Can
yeah,
you
yeah.
make mead out of hummingbird water?
No, because it's sugar. It's not honey.
No, we could get you fucked up off it. I mean, that,
Yeah.
trust me. That's what we do here.
That's all I want is to
hummingbird
get
water-
drunk on hummingbird.
Hummingbird
Yeah.
water would be like bathtub, like prison hooch.
Oh yeah. For birds.
You make it sound bad, but I don't know. I'm still intrigued.
Still could go for it. Still might do
drunk.
it. Yeah, right. It'll do the trick.
It's
Yo,
just
Should you be singing and stroking that while she's doing that?
Oh God, this is getting weird.
singing and stroking the honey jar.
Have that line.
I don't think you thought about this
absolutely.
very long, Josh.
Soothe it?
Yeah,
Should we sing happy birthday to him?
But last time Holly was on, she sang
I did?
to the right.
No, Anna did.
Sure.
Oh, that's
Anna
right. It was
did.
Anna.
Oh, Anna did.
She
Yeah,
sang
yeah,
our
yeah.
song. Our
That's
song we
right.
sang in our D&D game.
It was very
Which we
moving.
sang a song in our D&D game over the lag. We were very proud of ourselves.
It was, oh yeah, that's tough business.
It was tough
right?
business, yeah.
All right, that's all the stirring you need.
Yeah, you done did it.
It's basically the mead's birthday as well, isn't it?
I mean,
It
really, it's
is.
coming to life. It's the Mead's birth.
It's like Frosty the Snowman. Happy birthday.
It's born.
I'm
Good
telling
job.
It's a good job.
Good job,
Happy
Fluid.
birthday.
Hey, and now she's supposed to get sick with the tech, right?
Yep.
Here. So I was gonna say, so you've done this first part.
Okay.
You know exactly how to do this when you get home. This is the part that is gonna make it so that when you're gallivanting around the world in your guise as digital influencer, you'll have this is gonna be what keeps
Okay.
your mind at ease, right?
Right, of course.
So here.
Unless
So
the pigeons get into it.
well, remember,
Infused.
pigeon infused.
Yeah,
This is still
infused.
artisanal.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
Yeah, it's
artisanal.
true.
Yeah.
Maybe even more.
Organic. They're organic.
Oh, way
Holly
organic. Yeah.
specific
All right, here. So this is basically the hat,
Yep.
Okay.
right? So put the hat on there. Hat.
Yep.
Now. Born.
This way?
Yeah. Just push it right down.
Yeah, this is the thing. It's like there's not any reason to. Worst case scenario,
You blow up Penny Arcade.
yeah, you
Yeah.
destroy my company and the livelihood of everyone who lives here. So now
Bomb in a jar.
here. Now try this.
You guys.
She's like, it could actually happen. Shit.
It won't actually happen.
It won't happen.
We have a possibly an explosion device in our game today, so I'm just stressed out. Later.
Yeah. So yeah, don't be shy with that. There you go. There you go.
Okay.
Now, that is what that is going to do is that it's going to allow all the stuff that would destroy this vessel.
Of course.
And it's going to allow it to escape freely. Now, hard liquor.
Yeah. Now the good stuff.
Nice.
First, put that bubbler in there.
Yep. So pop this
Okay.
over the interior cylinder, right? So this is the best part. Now, it's not going to start working by the time we do. We'll
Oh, yeah.
see it
Hey,
right
before
now.
we
It's
do
like,
all
I
this, you
feel
might
like
want to
this
put the
is
yeast
still all
in.
poppy.
Oh, do we not do the yeast?
Yeah. Sorry.
Here.
It's over there in the it's in
Can?
the sanitizer.
Is it this Diet Coke?
It's the Diet Coke. For thousands of generations, mead has been made primarily with Diet Coke as the yes scientific fact.
Fascinating.
No, it's in the
The big
Oh,
bucket.
It's in the bucket of sanitizer.
It's in the pack.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're gonna want to sanitize your pack, guys. As
So should I take this out?
Yep. You can take it out and put it right back on.
Yeah,
that,
just set
that cloth.
set the entire assembly right here.
I feel like I'm doing surgery.
You are. Here you go.
Yeah, this is the part where it gets kind of funky.
So that is a smack pack. So that you know how we have the yeast and the food in
Yeah.
here.
So
The-
what
the
was
Energizer?
this?
Yeah.
That's nutrient and energizer.
okay,
so
okay.
for these little guys.
Okay.
Exactly. But there's food in here for those little guys as well.
Ooh.
So that smell
Yeah.
is not.
Ooh.
I don't like that
pungent.
smell as well.
Pungent.
Do you want to give it a whiff?
All right. Nope.
No. The
I
answer
don't
is
like that
no.
smell as well.
No, that's a wee woo smell right there.
Yeah, exactly. So this is food.
Okay. So dump it all in.
Just dump it all in. Just watch out. There's a little packet, plastic
see
packet.
it.
Don't let that.
You're
fall
gonna
in.
freak her out.
I know.
So when I was
No.
I knew you were going to do that.
Be cool.
when I was 17, I worked on an apple farm and I used to make hard cider because no one was paying attention.
Really?
This looks super similar
Yeah.
to cider.
No, cider.
thing.
Exactly. Cider in this is all, the only difference is that you're using juice instead of honey. It's fine.
I got fired from the apple farm.
What?
No, it was
Take too many apples?
For being too witchy?
Pretty much.
she was the candle dipping teacher.
She was witching
I was
24/7.
switching 24/7.
Literally.
Here you go. 24/7 witch channel.
Oh, you don't have to stir it again?
Nope.
No, it done got stirred. Now, so throw that in there. Now, so get a load of this. Now, pour this hard liquor, and this can be the worst liquor because you're not drinking it. It can be
it can be Crystal Palace.
Yeah,
you know,
get
if
wild.
you really want it to be.
Now, pour this. So imagine that this is a tiny hat,
Okay.
right? Now, pour this on over the
What kind of
hat.
hats do
Okay.
you wear?
Yeah.
Over the hat.
As you do to hats.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay,
And
all
so,
of it?
No. So basically, you want to pour it up to
The line?
Yep.
this line right here.
I see
Yep.
it.
And what is the purpose of that?
So
don't worry.
so what it's going to do is there's nothing that can get through that spirit. There's no
it.
bacteria that can get through the pure grain
So
alcohol.
this is
So it
this
keeps
is
it
a
out.
barrier.
I pushed it down!
Here. So this right here is basically a barrier, a bacterial barrier.
Gotcha.
Nothing is getting through that, right? But here's the great part is that when the carbon dioxide is being produced down here, all it's going to do is go up through that cylinder in the bottom, and then it's just slowly going to rise this cap. And then once there's enough, these vents go over the top of the spirit, the carbon dioxide is released, and then it falls back down. And so when this thing is really, really going, it'll be in here just
bubbly.
going, woohoo,
like a machine gun. Yeah.
It'll actually be dancing around
my
inside
God.
there.
Wow.
It'll be getting
So,
crazy.
but there's still like a lip here. Should I push it down or just
No,
leave
that's
it?
fine. That's sealed.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
That's
good.
interesting.
It's good and sealed.
I would just like want to tape it or something.
Well, and at home,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Now, here's a hat for the hat.
There's so many hats.
Jimmy is wearing a hat.
Boom. And that's it. Ta-da.
Wow.
Wait 4 months and we're good.
Only 4 months?
No, so what we'll do now is this will go into primary fermentation where the
Okay.
yeast is really active and you'll see this bubbling for about 2 weeks. After that, we'll transfer it to another vessel, a smaller one, about a 3-gallon vessel.
The ones, I got are like this big.
Yep.
They're pretty tiny, but
It's totally fine.
I'm only making tiny batches.
Yeah. And it just sits, so it'll sit there in secondary, gets it off of all, what develops on the bottom, guys, is, as you know, is the trub. It's the runoff, the proteins that are dropping out of suspension.
Yeah.
And you want to get it, after 2 weeks, you want to get your product off of that. If you're going to,
You don't want it to sit on there.
yeah, if you're going to age a beer, you don't want it sitting on that. If you're doing an ale for 3 weeks, you can if you want.
Yeah,
but
you can
don't
pull
have
it.
to.
It's fine.
So, but that's how easy it is to make
Hey,
meat.
no, Josh, something happened, and I'm not proud of it.
You did it.
There's
you
a
forgot.
laptop that is very useful for the voting portion
Oh no.
of the show.
Eric has a tablet right there. Just switch the tabs.
All right. So you thought about it already? Okay.
Here you go.
Josh Price.
So,
Josh Price, ladies and gentlemen.
let's start with some sampling.
No, you know this is one of my favorites.
That's why I got it. Well, the thing, what sparked the me getting this was, I remember I saw this and I tweeted it out to Chris and to you, and I was like, okay, we got to try this.
Yes.
And so I figured, what a better opportunity than now.
That's perfect.
So, and this was, I had to, this is out of stock
And I was like,
everywhere.
yeah, where did you find that? Because I haven't seen it anywhere.
Yeah.
I looked for it when you told me about it.
We didn't find it in the places that we go to for
Whoa.
things like
Yeah.
this.
Where we originally saw it was sold out of.
He
so.
had to kill an old man.
He had to kill Rasputin in the streets.
Somebody had to.
It's hard to kill
It's hard to
Rasputin.
kill
still
him.
alive.
Hard to kill that mother. But
He had a full life. It's okay.
Yeah.
He did some stuff.
I'm pretty sure he's still a cult leader somewhere.
I was gonna
Somewhere,
say he's
yeah.
definitely a witch too. He's fine. He's alive somewhere.
It's alive in Hellboy.
yeah.
Dude, he was rad in Hellboy.
Oh, hell yeah.
That hand thing? Yeah.
All of it.
But we have the original, and we have the barrel aged, and we have a semi-sweet mead that I made about
Ooh.
a year ago.
Oh, is this the one you had at the SCA event?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
So we'll dole out this first because this is gonna destroy your taste buds when it comes to mead.
Oh yeah,
That's
absolutely.
true.
Because it's so much roasted malt.
So you want to get those cups, yeah.
Plastique.
We did a party where we took the Game of Thrones cookbook and everyone made a different dish.
I have that cookbook.
That's
yeah.
fun.
And we had a late person coming, and they were like, "Oh, I can't cook anything, but I made this mead. Is it all right to bring that?" We're like, yes, obviously.
Is it all right to
The answer is yes.
So I had
this?
a friend of mine. I had some friends visiting, and they made mead, and they were like, "We'll send you some mead." So they sent me 2 bottles of the mead that they made, and it was so good. And one of them was apple pie mead, and it was
Oh, a little cinnamon.
it was like it had
I know
no,
you're
they had
not
put
a
like
stout
real
fan.
apples in it,
So
and it was so good. It was like
You get the full glass.
transcendent.
You're just trying to put 2 drinks
So I
in
made
one
mead
glass.
friends. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
who the fuck does that, Jess?
Mead pals.
I made mead pals who sent me mead, and they were so sweet.
Semi-sweet.
So yeah, the apple pie one was real sweet.
All right, you drunkard. Listen. Okay, we're
I'm
good.
just gonna say they give you this much at the Ren Fair to mess you up,
Yeah.
okay? Like,
No.
Well, I mean, what are we
It's
gonna do
like
with at the
tablato,
bottom?
right?
Josh, you want a glass of this stuff?
There's still some left.
Yeah.
Cheers.
So, cheers.
Cheers.
cheers, yay! Are we like actually?
We better.
It's fire.
I was so worried because if you don't do it, it's like
Yay.
you don't want to get
I missed-
unlucky.
Yay.
Here, extend your arm to its maximum length. All right.
But this is a
Happy
semi-sweet.
birthday!
Yeah. Happy
Happy birthday! Jeez, yeah, right?
Ooh,
Whoa.
It's really refreshing.
Ah.
That's the face.
That's very strong.
Yeah.
it's very like
The back is so good though.
It's a little more
It
sour
comes in
than I
your.
expected.
Oh yeah. It's in your face, but the back is so.
this
nice.
is like a really like crisp mead. It's not like one of the like really really sweet ones. It's more like kind of like wine.
Yeah.
So, gosh, what is the name of your house?
Oh, Svardarov?
Yeah. So
Basically Black Raven.
yeah, exactly. So I was out with his household at an SCA event, and he has like a wooden bar that he builds out there, and we had all the beers that we've been making on the show.
So cool.
It was in the woods, like 10 feet from a river. And it was good times,
Yeah.
okay?
These were good. These were good times.
Right? But you had brought some mead, and it's like, you know how it is. It's like households, people are just like walking around, they'll just stop by. They see a bar, they're gonna stop by.
Yeah.
And then there was those like, they were way into mead, and they had a lot of tasting notes.
Right, like but people had like satchels of meat, like holsters,
Like a bandolier.
for
my
meads,
God.
and everybody's breaking out their meads, and everybody's like, "Oh, well, this one tastes a little bit
Oh,
dry." And,
no, they
I'm
were
like, "Holy
picky.
shit,
they
guys."
were picky as hell.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
amazing.
cool with it.
Wow.
Like that was great for me because I'm the same way with the beer.
Yeah. But they had very strong opinions about their free mead. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
Right?
There's a level.
You guys are just trying to be nice. You're like, thank you, feedback is a gift.
Yeah.
Okay, please leave.
Yeah, get the fuck out of my camp.
Yeah, exactly. You never want to show steal,
no.
right? But sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to get a motherfucker out of your woodland bar.
Yeah.
Now, so
It's your tavern.
Yeah, exactly. So what are we talking about in terms of percentage here? This has got to be 14?
Yeah, you just poured me a full glass, Eric. How
Yeah.
much am I drinking right now?
Who was at Mox last night pouring 2 glasses of mead into one?
That's just so it didn't look like I had 10 drinks in front of me.
But you did.
I did, and I drank it all.
I'm sorry, I was across the river.
Yeah.
or ferry or sound or whatever you people call it up here.
Well, see, here's the
The
thing.
wetlands.
This is going to equal all of this crap we have to drink. So you're on par.
I can
think
drink
it's really
this and that.
No, it's not crap.
No, I know you can. I know.
Yeah.
After Unplugged, I ended up at that cool little bar. And
That's right, you saw that too.
I saw you go. I saw you went pro. You went pro. Somebody came in and brought you like a belt, like a WWE style belt. I was like, wow, she must have won something. Lifetime Achievement Award? Like, I don't know.
Hand me the 3 big pint glasses, or the
Look,
regular pint glasses. I should
When
say.
Chris is your DM, sometimes you and your D&D friends have to
And a
have to drink a
small
lot.
little glass.
Well, I mean, my understanding, right, is that there's a lot of abuse over there. That's what I heard.
It's fine. Everything is fine.
Is it?
It's he's just too smart for us, really. He's just
He's
too
very,
smart
very
for us.
smart.
Thank you.
And he's too smart, and he's he's great. He's the best, but he's too smart.
So
great.
You know,
He's
so
best.
do you know that Anna and Alyssa have made like a love match?
Yes, they're
Right.
producers in love.
Right? Exactly. Like I would watch this show. It's like a Hulu original.
It's just them like
Yeah,
just,
exactly.
Like, producing partners.
Yeah,
Well, thank
exactly.
you.
That's
It's
the
very
title.
meta. They're like producing the show that they're
Yeah.
on, right?
Yes.
It's very 2018.
It is.
But she and Anna are not going to rest until we put together this
Oh, the D&D weekend.
this D&D
I know.
this D&D Waffles Inc.
Yes.
crossover weekend. Like
And
they think about it. I mean, I know they think about it daily. I know
They do. No, they do. And I'm down for it. I think it'll be great. And it'll, maybe Chris
Here,
is
give me
always
the-
nicer to
Give me the
acting,
big
so maybe
mug.
it'll cross over a little.
I see you being sad on the internet about how like D&D makes you cry and whatever, and
Dude,
I'm
we've
like, it's supposed to
cried.
be fun, Holly.
No, it is fun. It's like a horror movie. You know, when you like watch a movie and like, I'm really scared, but you're like, that was a good movie.
It's
That's like
cathartic.
our game. Yeah, it's cathartic.
Hey, is there anybody in the channel that watches the Friendly Table?
Oh yeah, my little show that I make sometimes when I'm not sad.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
When Holly's not sad and we'll go on camera.
And 3 small ones.
Yeah. So we have, because Eric and I have spent a lot of time
It's
trying to come up with some neat story hooks for you guys.
Oh yes.
There's a lot of really interesting stuff in there. Like
Yes.
A+ would watch. You know what
I
I
have
mean?
had a ton of fun playing Fancy Boy.
This
And like,
bird.
I know, and it's like honestly, I wanted a character that was just so different from the ones I usually play, which are just
Got to flip.
trash children. I just wanted one who was just like the guy who tells on you if you're like behind the bus stop,
Well,
like
we were-
drinking
Oh, yeah?
from a bag.
Well, that's the best part, because we were sitting there with the cart scene, and we're like, oh, how do we make this cart scene hilarious? And then it was like, we'll just add, actually, no, how do we make this scene hilarious? We're going to add the cart that rolls in.
Yeah.
And that's when Fancy Boy was like, guards, guards! Like,
It was like guards. like
you're, as the rest of your team was plotting how to
steal it.
steal from the cart, you were screaming for the guards.
yeah, I imagined him just running around like guards, just like wings flying, just like just a big chicken. Like, yeah, it's great. I love that's the thing I love about doing different role playing games is like I can juxtapose my characters between the one that's like very close to myself and causes me too many real emotions to one that I'm having a great time and it doesn't matter what happens and I'm just gonna be a chicken.
I'm a boy,
I'm a boy
and a
chicken.
bird.
And a bird.
and it's fine.
And I'm fancy.
Hey,
and
hand me one more of those
I
plastics.
was told that I was the fanciest boy by my parents, and that's why I'm fancy.
Love it.
There you go.
Thank you.
So there's been a full 20 minutes of pouring on today's
Yeah.
acquisitions.
There's a lot to go around here.
It's not as much as stirring, but
So we got this love for the Friendly Table over here.
Oh, yay!
Aw.
It's
this.
great. If you guys haven't watched
Maximum love.
this month, I feel like we were just so busy we couldn't
Yeah.
get together, but we will soon.
This Sunday, actually.
Oh, is it this
Yeah.
Sunday? Oh, good.
Sunday,
so-
Sunday,
so you know.
Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah, get this information
Yes.
flowing in
Yeah.
both directions.
Excellent. Okay, excellent.
This Sunday, we'll be playing some D&D.
Sweet. Fancy boy's
D&D,
ready.
I've heard of it.
I've heard of this thing.
Fancy boy!
Fancy boy!
I'm
So-
sorry. As soon as I made that, I was like, Eric was like, what is this? I was like, look, it's
What's
going to be
happening
good.
here? What are you exposing us to?
Yeah.
Now, all right, so in the big glass.
This is the original Old Rasputin, a Russian Imperial Stout.
Yeah, exactly. We'd been around for a super long time. Like before, I mean, at least over here, like before, like the craft beer revolution.
Yeah.
Like you go to a place and they had Old Rasputin, and it's like, ho ho.
Yeah, what is this? Magical
Yeah,
elixir.
exactly. Let's try it.
All right.
I've tried a lot of this.
Yeah. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna sample
it's
this.
the middle one for me, right? This one?
Sure.
And which one's more viscous?
Yeah, definitely.
one?
Definitely.
Okay.
This is the barrel aged.
Yeah. And so I remember when I had it, I was like, okay,
I love this stuff.
this is like
It's so good.
I absolutely love this stuff.
Me too. It's like one of my favorites.
for me.
Jess, how do you feel about this?
It's no, it's. I thought it would be a lot different. It's a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, you know why? Because you thought it would be so much worse. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
know-
you expected it to be not drinkable. And I'm here to tell you right now, I like craft beer. I like stout. This is like at the edge of what I can tolerate. Like, this is rude to the organs, right? It's rude to the organs, right? It's big. I'm gonna drink it like as a fuck you. I'm gonna hate drink it, right?
I'm gonna
I'm not
hate
gonna
drink
be
this beer.
bested by this sorcerer.
Your body will take it.
You know what I mean?
The thing about it, which I think is this will help you think about it, is it tastes like think of coffee.
Yes.
It's like drinking black coffee, which I do all the time.
Yeah.
exactly like
So
coffee.
so I drink black coffee all the time, and I drink this, and I'm just dead inside, but I'm happy.
It just cleanses my
No,
arteries.
exactly. I'm just like coated.
Yeah.
It's like a warm death.
I'm coated with decay.
Because there's all those
Yeah.
there's all those commercials where it's like you imbibe whatever their medicine is,
Yeah.
and then it shows like the inside of a body, and it's becoming progressively more clean.
Yeah.
It's like this is just like a diagram of a person. They drink it, all their insides turn black, and then they just lay down in a coffin and die.
Yep.
It's more like you get
Yeah.
poisoned, then you get stabbed, and then you get
here,
shot,
give me a cup.
and you get rolled into a river.
No, and then
Yeah.
you're resurrected, but then die of poison.
Weighted
One of
down
those
with rocks.
plastics?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it's like. Yeah, it's I like it. I just have a specific taste.
So I didn't
Well,
start drinking beer until I was in my 40s, actually. Like, I just never liked the taste.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then I think when my taste buds started dying or something, I don't know. There was like a flip.
That's when beer came into
Yeah.
play?
I was actually in LA, in a place, well, Burbank technically, called Tony's Darts Away.
Oh my
I've
God,
been there.
Tony's is amazing.
I've been there.
We have
Yeah.
good vegan food.
So Tony's fans in the house.
Yeah,
Sounds
no,
like.
it's a good place. And my friend had been like, is it cool to go there? It's a craft beer bar. And I was like, yeah, I'm sure they have cider. Everyone does.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I get
yeah.
there, and they're like, no cider, only beer. And
Fuck
only
you.
from California. I was like, oh,
Well, okay.
all right. So I had some beer there. It was like, oh, actually, this is all right. And that started me as a beer drinker.
You know, for me, it was actually Ireland.
oh,
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Because before that, I was like, you know how it is, or maybe you don't. Maybe this is just how I am. But when I was like, I turned 21 and I was like very efficiency oriented. And so it's like I went right for spirits, basically. And I was like, the problem with beer is that it isn't as efficient. And so I was like, trying to min-max, I guess. the
Certain
food.
ones,
Yes.
certain ones aren't as efficient.
Yes, exactly. But this would have been 1,000 years ago, right?
Right.
And so I didn't have that. I didn't have the wherewithal to do that. And then you go to Ireland, and it's like they have beer there, and also if you
Yeah.
don't drink it, part of it is that when I first was there, I was drinking something called Woodies, which is like it's like a pop. It's basically like an alcoholic soda pop, right? And I was like, okay, this is fine. I can drink this, and it tastes good, and everything's gonna be okay. Oh, I'm drunk now. This is great. These guys are playing Ghost Riders in the Sky in this Irish pub along to a drum machine. It's fine. It's,
Also, they have nachos. for
Yeah,
some-
exactly.
yeah,
I
right,
saw
yeah,
no
yeah.
tin. There was no tin whistle. There was a drum machine, and then two guys with cowboy hats playing country music. And that
In
was fine.
Ireland, and you're like,
that was
this- I'm
fine too.
confused.
It happens.
No,
I was
ma-
going to say, that sounds kind of Irish, though,
No, it
somehow.
happens, yeah.
No,
it
I made
happens.
my
It's weird.
peace with it, right? But I went to get, like, I had, like, traveler's checks. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, of course.
And so I went to the traveler's check lady, and I was like, man,
Happy
I need
birthday.
more. Exactly, right? I need more money. I need more money to do my other stuff. I was like, I need cash, lady. And she was like, I can't just give it to you. And I'm like, well, here's a traveler's check. And so she gave me some money, and she's like, are you drinking the Guinness then? And I was like, no, I've been drinking Woody's. It's like tastes like fruit.
It sounds gross.
Exactly.
Woody sounds gross in so many levels.
Oh, no.
The
It's
name-
I'm drinking Woody's is not.
no, that sounds,
No one approves of this,
There's
right?
a snake in my boot.
Yeah, exactly, right? Woody's plural, like more than one. Imagine more than one Woody, right? Imagine just lining up a bunch of Woodies and drinking them all, right?
This is so bad.
There's a lot of problems. Are you good, Jessica? Are you with us? Are you okay?
Yeah.
All right. Now, so but here's I'm just thinking here's how ingrained it is, like the pride of place around Guinness, and these beverages. The lady who was at the bank, who I was giving traveler's checks to get cash, was mad at me
Oh.
because
Wow.
I was not drinking their beer. Right? And she said that whiskey was okay.
Sure.
It would have been fine. Also, whiskey would have been okay too.
Yeah.
But the fact that I was drinking these alcohol pops
Yeah.
and not drinking
She's
the
actually
beers that
pissed
were
at you?
made there.
She's like, get out of
I
my
mean-
bank. I don't want these checks.
She's not wrong.
No. I was like, no, I'm drinking these sweet things, and she's like, Guinness, and I'm like, wow, I'm not really into it. It's like I'm not really a beer drinker. I drink spirits, and she's like, it's black on the bottom and white on the top. Just go get it. And I was like, I seriously, like this lady started me on this path.
That's amazing.
A path that culminated like 20 years later in us brewing beer
beer.
on
Yeah.
Twitch.
Wow.
Yeah.
This
So-
is a true coming of age story.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, exactly. This is the Jerry Holkins story.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, that's
42, the Jerry Holkins story.
Everything's been achieved.
First time I went to Ireland, I
It's
went
done, we're
to
done.
Cork for a convention.
Oh,
Cork's
yeah.
And-
Oh, rad.
Which is beautiful.
Yeah, Cork's awesome.
And I ordered a Guinness because, of course, you come to Ireland,
Right.
you get
No,
a goddamn Guinness.
not in
Then I-
Cork.
Right. So then
Not
I
in fucking
discovered
Cork.
there's regional stouts. Yes. And I was ordering the wrong thing for being in Cork.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Were they
get
mad?
so-
Like, were they just
no,
like
they-
They were,
scoffing at
like,
you?
No, but they were a little like standoffish about
Yeah.
it.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Over in Cork, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway,
So we've had
this is the
This
best
is
show
excellent.
of all
Ever,
time.
'cause-
and
yeah, 'cause we get
great
to-
times.
I
Now-
have a fun one. Really
Nope.
quick.
Sorry, Holly.
No,
Please,
it's fine.
please. This will
So,
give me a chance.
same thing. I lived in Edinburgh in Scotland when I turned 21.
Yeah.
And I was the same thing. I was like, I'm just gonna drink these spirits.
I love that place.
Oh, I lived there for a year, and I wouldn't have left if, like, I wouldn't have gotten like deported or something. Like, I was studying because I got my medieval studies
It's
degree.
pure
and I was
magic.
studying there, and it's amazing. And I was like my favorite place in the world. And like one of my first drinks was straight up absinthe from one of my Eastern European friends with
like the
wormwood.
real deal, like the real shit.
It was like the first time you ever drank.
Yeah. They just gave me
Well, you might
straight
as well
up-
go strong.
That's why I feel like that's why I like my relationship is
You-
like I can drink things and I'm just like, this is fine because my first drink ever was wormwood infused absinthe
a
from
literal-
an Eastern European guy
Yo.
in someone's like goth
And they have all
apartment.
the accoutrements.
Ah,
and the,
yeah, right.
Yeah,
the
no,
sugar and all that stuff.
no, we just drank it out of the bottle. I drank
Oh.
it out of the bottle.
And then
saying
you went
that-
to the graveyard.
Yes, and
Yeah, exactly.
then we went to the graveyard and I had my
I
21st
fucked a ghost.
No.
I saw a ghost and I was like, you, me.
I had my 21st birthday on John Knox's scribe's grave. And it was great.
Nice.
Damn it, Holly. This is the Holly. This is
yeah.
the most Holly story there is.
Right? Like, how
I
do you top
climbed
that?
Arthur's seat
Arthur C. Yes.
my
Oh,
birthday.
really?
Yes.
Oh, that's rad.
I did that in
Damn.
half of a costume covered in body paint after the Beltane Pagan Festival.
Nice.
Close
And I
enough,
walked
yeah.
back home dressed
Dude.
as a dragon.
That's smooth. That's smooth.
I love that place.
Dude, so how
I love
awesome
that
is
place.
it to be there and then just like look up and there's a fucking castle?
Yes.
It was outside my window. Like I lived in. Yeah.
Where were you like oriented?
So, like, I was-
So you can tell me like where you were oriented around there, and I will actually know
Okay.
what that means.
So you know where the Meadows is?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I lived in across from the Meadows, facing Edinburgh Castle.
Jesus.
So it was a dorm. It was like a university dorm.
right. I was
But
like,
like,
yeah, why did you
I lived
leave?
in like a closet.
pretty fucking
It was
great.
very small, but my window was really big, and right outside the window was the castle right there. So I could sit in my window and look at the castle like I was literally Harry Potter.
Did you see Mon Meg, the big cannon? Yeah, right.
Yes.
Oh,
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a massive.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
It's magical. It's a magical place.
I had to go over
Jessica,
for a tattoo.
Have you been there? I guess that's. The
Oh,
question.
she lived in London. She studied in London.
I lived in London.
London.
I actually think I like the stout because I went to an Irish wedding last year and we drank stout for breakfast. So
That's
you know,
fantastic.
She did it
but
right.
Yeah.
It's like
But-
coffee.
yeah, no, it
Just better.
truly is. This is a breakfast drink.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Holly used to send me pictures when she lived in Edinburgh all the time, and she'd be like, "See this mound? That's all dead people."
Outside, yeah, because outside of where I lived was a plague pyre. So it was a golf. They turned it into a golf course, but at one point it was where they put the bodies during the
yeah.
plague. And I would text you and be like, "I'm gonna go out there and dig today."
Yep.
Yeah.
And no one's gonna see
gonna
me in this.
get 'em.
I'm just
I'm
gonna
gonna find a
dig.
friend.
I'm just gonna dig, and
Like,
all I
pull
wanted
up
to
a-
find was a belt buckle.
Special bone friend.
That phone friend.
Right here. So this is
So that's the old
Rasputin
Rasputin.
Classic. All right. Now
Take a
let's
final
take.
sip before
Yeah. So let's refresh.
we dive
let's refresh
into
ourselves.
Just so you get a little bit. Yeah.
You actually found bone friends.
Oh,
I did, yeah.
this is gonna be pungent.
I have to say, after you drink the stout, when you go back to the mead, it tastes like way more like appley.
Oh my God! I
Yeah.
had that too.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, "This is that." I'm tasting
No,
apples.
you know what it is? Jessica Marzipan?
I'm ready.
It's apple rind.
Oh, yeah.
It's like apple skin, right?
But that's
It's apple
just-
skin, motherfucker.
It's like the gritty part of the apple.
Yeah, exactly. The apple waste.
It totally is, but I like it.
No. It's
You're
totally.
all out of the SCA camp. Get the fuck out.
Yeah. GTFO.
I have some notes that I'd like to give you about your mead.
Yeah, I'd like to talk to you about how this tastes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, dude, this
Why is there a
happens.
count in your barony?
I don't get
understand.
this.
So
This doesn't make
it was-
sense.
It was like
Question
It was
though.
real.
When this happened, were they drunk?
Oh yeah, everybody's.
So they were like trying to be like real smart while drunk.
Yeah, it was the best, and we
great.
weren't that drunk.
No,
'Cause we just got
we
there.
just set the bar up.
Yeah, and everybody else is like piling into the bar.
Well,
my God.
no. I was just gonna say. So for your use channel, that was the event that we brought War Priest and velvet cape and velvet rope.
Yeah. We wrote a lot of homebrew.
So, I was going to say, so
It was gone in the first 3 hours.
Pursuant to our previous conversation about Belgian versus like non-Belgian in terms of the yeast, we made exactly the same beer twice, switching only the yeast. So one of them had a traditional, Bavarian yeast, and the other one was this crazy pants yeast, and they're not comparable. Like
They weren't the same at
every
all,
other
right?
ingredient was exactly the same.
It's just the yeast. That's insane.
No,
what
it
was the difference between them though? Like
It was pure magic. Like it was pure magic. So the issue with Belgian yeasts, and it isn't like an issue in terms of like don't drink them. It's just that those notes, like what it confers to the recipe, is so immense. Like those tastes are overwhelming tastes, right? They are going to be the only thing you come out of that with, right? And when we use the traditional Bavarian, like the traditional German yeast, and made that traditional recipe, then there was all these subtle natures. Like they were both great, but there was all these subtle characteristics. Remember? So we had the Tet hop in there that's supposed to be spicy and earthy, but when you're actually drinking it out of a cup, it's almost like cinnamon or nutmeg, but without the cloying aspect that you would get from using the actual spice with the oils. So it was like, imagine a refreshing nutmeg, and that's what we were drinking in the middle of the woods.
Yeah,
That's
it's pretty good.
that's awesome.
Did not suck.
I had an idea
Tell me more.
for you guys for next time you guys make a beer, like a D&D themed beer.
Fire away.
Oddly enough, we're
So-
doing it today.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it.
that's going to be in like 5 minutes.
So
yeah.
one of my favorite teas is like fir tip tea from
Oh,
pine
sure.
trees.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
thought like,
That's not weird. That's actually a traditional
Would
style.
you-
oh, I thought that would be like,
Hold that thought.
okay, because I was drinking this tea because it's one of my favorite teas,
Oh, yeah.
and it's like from like the spring tips of like
Yeah.
the fir trees.
No. This is actually a very
Because
traditional.
I was literally drinking it. I was like, they should make a beer for some character out of this fir tip
no.
tea.
Juniper, spruce
Yeah,
tips.
juniper, yeah.
Like all these Northern European,
yeah,
like
and
Northern
I went
European
for a hike
beers.
up here, and I
Yeah.
got real emotional because
Yeah,
it
it's
was so
like,
pretty.
oh, there's trees?
Yeah, it was
it's
real
real.
emotional for me.
Every time we go to an SCA event, I literally send Holly pictures of the trees.
It's, yeah.
And
it's
she lives in LA,
Yeah.
so be fair.
Yeah. I'm real sad all the
cool,
time,
dude.
so I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
We can't have succulents up here. It's fine.
Now,
That's fair.
are we ready for the sequel? So this is the Crazy Pants. So
This is the barrel
the
age.
barrel age.
Okay.
So what kind of barrel are we talking here?
Bourbon?
Yeah,
Oh,
bourbon
really?
barrel age. Ooh.
Well, I tasted this one. I'm going to taste.
Good Lord.
Wait, I need my palate cleanser.
No.
Wow,
It is too good.
that's
Oh my
fantastic.
gosh.
That is not like it smells.
It's so good.
Wow, that's fantastic.
I mean, I love bourbon, so it's a pretty easy
right,
sell
right,
for me.
right,
Oh, yeah.
exactly. I'm like,
Easy peasy.
I like that
Yeah.
too, yeah.
What do you
This
think?
is good. This
That-
is like,
Because you'll have bourbon barrel aged beers.
Yeah.
Where it's just like it just kicks in the door like waving
Oh.
a firearm. You know what I mean? Like it's like trying to rob you.
I've had those where I'm just like, I'm going to have, oh, Jesus.
Exactly,
It's
right?
like,
This
it's too strong.
I have
This is
no
smooth.
What it's smooth, but I wonder to what extent it is because the base model is so strong. Like if it actually has a chance to chill out and become sort of middle aged, get married, you know what I mean?
Stop having sex.
yeah, just.
Well, no, listen, dude, you were looking way too deep into that glass. Like that was too real. That was too real.
I bring the realness, Jerry.
Oh no, Jessica's doing the thing where she holds a glass with two hands. She's in a bad place.
Trapped.
She's trapped. She's in a bad place. I know that look.
The first time I'm invited here, I'm gonna.
I know that look.
It tastes like savory. It's like it kind of has. I'd like to tell you there's a note of Parmesan in it. No, but like
What you're
I was like,
saying
you're
is-
incorrect.
it's so. I thought it
a
was.
hinge of.
It's so different than the other one.
No,
you know
what?
what? Yeah.
No, listen. You gotta say like Asiago or something. Like you gotta like you have to go too far.
No, let me just tell you guys. Have you ever ordered Papa John's pizza and gotten a garlic butter? That's what this should taste like.
It does not taste like that at all. What are you
wonderful.
talking
Hold on,
Love it. Butter is good always.
Here, no, hold on. I'm gonna have it again, and I mean, in my mind, I'm gonna hold that.
You're gonna think
of
Papa John's garlic
Papa
butter.
John's coordinate.
think of the Papa John's butter
You are wrong.
garlic.
It does not taste like
Okay,
that.
hold on.
Just think about it. Just try it.
Here.
I did,
Here,
and
here,
you're
here,
incorrect.
Here, so let's even out with this, the regular one, right?
Okay.
And then you and I are gonna go into here, and we're
Okay.
gonna travel into the Papa
Papa
John's
John's,
of
okay.
In fairness,
See-
Holly is not a person who would ever condone like Papa John's ever in general.
Yeah.
So
I just think about him fucking a shark. Right?
yes, do that and see how it tastes.
Hold on, so I don't. Hang on.
Guys, it's like
taste-
it's like
I
when I
don't
was in the
taste that.
6th grade and I used to
And
tell
you drink,
people.
you
taste
should
that at
drink
all.
I used to
stout?
tell people if you think of Bill Clinton while you're eating a peanut butter M&M, it tastes like chicken. I swear to God, it's true. So garlic butter.
No.
Yeah.
I am not tasting that, Jessica. I'm
You don't
sorry.
taste the butter?
No.
No, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Okay, then I'm not an expert. I don't
I was
even.
gonna
Like
say,
it's a savory-
Jessica,
What is
marzipan,
it?
It doesn't taste like that at all, and you're wrong.
What does it taste like? Tell me.
But
I want
no,
to learn.
but you are right. That there is an aspect. What it is there's almost like an unctuousness, like an oily aspect.
Yes.
And it is a high note, and so that is reading as
We're gonna get more
like a
bottles of
fresh
this.
garlic.
I would say
totally
that's
get
the
it.
bourbon.
It's like the butter.
I
That's the
get it.
bourbon.
No, you were
Never say
exactly
die.
right.
Thank
It's
you.
Never
rich.
say die.
Yeah.
I would not say savory, Jessica Marzipan.
I don't
but I would
know
say
anything.
rich.
Sometimes I say words that I don't know what they
No,
mean.
no. I feel like that description has bridged the gap between your description and now I see it. It is a
You've come into the Papa
richness.
Here.
John
So
Zone?
Steampunk Jesus may be onto it. Jessica must have some sort of synesthesia. Are you a
What's that?
synesthete?
What is that? I've never heard of that.
I was just going to say, so you may, if you've never heard the term, you might be a not know. So when I talk to my daughter about colors,
Yeah.
they have a numeric component.
Yeah.
And when I talk to her about numbers,
Oh yeah, that's so cool.
they have a chromatic component.
Wait, no. Guys, I learned something about myself today. I'm like,
Steampunk Jesus,
Hey.
fucking delivering the hits.
Do you really have that?
Ac Inc. Not only is it alcoholic, it's therapy.
it's like how
Really?
No,
like
so-
literally
so-
everything in my life is a metaphor for something else.
Exactly. So, but what that,
probably
what
have that
could
then.
be, what that could be, is synesthesia, which is to say, sensory input gets routed and connected in ways that aren't necessarily causal, right?
This is why my boss doesn't understand anything that I say, you guys.
What I'm trying to tell you is that everything that you have ever done is right, and the world is wrong. That's the takeaway, and I'm just glad I could be here for this moment. No. So my friend Amber, when she described, so she is like a math genius, and part of the reason she's a math genius is because the transforms, like the mathematical properties of numbers, when they are combined, have a chromatic aspect. So, like 3 and 5, these are going to be colors. Like imagine like yellow and blue making
How?
green.
Yeah,
I
it's
know.
like 9 has always been like, this is like so stupid, and I've
No,
never
no,
told
no.
anyone
No,
that.
tell us, tell us.
So Jessica,
Brown has always been kind of like a 9, brown and 9. I've always,
Oh my god, that's it. That's
is that
it.
like a real thing? Because I've
Yes.
literally
Yeah.
never told anyone because it
No.
feels so stupid.
No, that is a real thing. And so what you might find is that other numbers in this continuum, they may have other shades, and sometimes you can combine the shades, and then that color means a combination of other numbers. Like this is a totally real thing, but it isn't necessarily numbers and colors. Like on my Twitter feed, I was talking to somebody for a while, and what they were talking about was sounds mean textures.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, no, I can see. I completely understand that.
Right?
Like 100%.
And so I was like, okay, everybody on my feed, let's give this guy music and let's have him tell us what it feels like.
Whoa, that's so crazy.
I like
It
have
was
goosebumps
it
right
was
now.
amazing. Like it was so great. It's like because it isn't rational. It's not connected directly, right? It's going to be about it reveals something about its nature to that individual person.
so it has to do with the connections in your brain.
Exactly. So, but it can be between concepts, abstract concepts, and sensory concepts, right? But it isn't necessarily the same thing. Even synesthetes, they don't. It isn't like they're accessing some other pathway. It's different for every synesthete too. But it just has to do with how their brains function. So I think that we actually might have figured out something, right?
Hey, listen.
I'm so excited.
It's kind of cool.
Welcome to the stream.
I love this. I feel so so warm, and I don't know if it's the beer or if it's the conversation or
little bit of
both.
Jessica, here's the takeaway. This is the greatest show, not just on Twitch, but maybe in the history of mankind.
Drinking and learning.
Yeah,
Right.
Listen, here, hold on.
Travel
real quick,
journal.
Here.
Making beers,
Acquisitions,
changing lives.
Intoxicated,
I like it.
Brewmaster Eric Benson. One moment. Later on, and like not a lot later, we're all gonna play a fantasy role-playing game together.
This is gonna be the best. This is
I'm very
the
excited.
best
we
day
are
of.
primed.
Yeah.
I would like tweet it. I was like, I'm streaming from noon until 6 p.m. Strap in, guys.
We are primed.
This is gonna be the best.
for
Yeah.
this shit.
And
Now,
it'll be great because it'll be super fun, and then I can be traumatized afterwards.
Yeah, well, our game's gonna be fun because it's pirates and Lovecraftian themed.
Which is amazing.
Then you get to go to trauma.
And I get to cry for 2 hours.
what
Yeah.
do you mean pirates and Lovecraft?
Yeah, that's Freeport.
Yeah, so
and it's
for-
awesome.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's the
So
best.
Freeport is a city that I created originally for 3rd edition D&D back
Nerd.
in the year 2000. Back in the year 2000.
In the year 2000.
I remember it.
Right.
And so it's basically to take like D&D tropes and mix it with pirates and Lovecraftian horror, and that's Freeport. So
Yeah, so
that's
it's gonna be
where we
fucking rad
adventure
as shit.
today.
It's gonna be awesome.
Well, here, listen. If we don't get
Yeah,
on,
we should actually brew
If we
a
don't
beer.
get on this recipe, it's never gonna happen.
Okay, so Strix gets a new recipe.
So Strix,
Do we want to go with this spruce topic? Because that sounds
Yes, I
rad
love
as hell.
it.
Oh yeah.
So it makes sense for Barovia for her stint for
that's
50
her origin,
years.
right?
Well, okay.
No, she spent some time
It's
there.
been real traumatic recently, you guys. Like, it's been so bad.
Yeah.
So she was from Barovia, but she's part of this family called the Skizzics, which are a planar family that are the original tieflings that made a pact with Asmodeus to
so
become
dope.
tieflings. But her party member is part of this family that's part of like these angel people called the Lorcatha. So they're actually like in this like weird like war that
Is
will
it a
end
cap-
the multiverse.
The whole-
that will end the multiverse. I was like, Chris, the multiverse? Like, it's messed
Is it
up.
like a Capulet type
Yes,
thing? It's like a
yes, it
Romeo-
is.
Oh my
yes, it is.
God.
And he knew it before we even did it.
That is so
because
juice.
he's so smart. He's so smart.
He's amazing, dude.
I know. This like. It's so messed up. It's been going on for like a year. He did this thing to us like a year ago where like they bonded and became the same family we didn't know because our other paladin was sacrificing herself and we didn't know, and now they're like bonded and they're the same family, and now Mercy Killers are after them, so it's great.
Oh, the Mercy. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's because of what happened a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Wizards
I mean,
Wizards needs
listen.
to get back on this.
Just because you got arcane
shit.
shackled, don't get upset.
Please,
I know.
please.
I know.
If you go back to my office, literally not 200 feet from here, you will see like my entire Planescape book collection. I still have it's.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have one too.
We were
I
actually
have one
referencing
too.
it, what, 2-3 days ago? Or last
yep.
week?
Dude,
We're going through all of
Because
it.
I wanted their version. I wanted that version of the astral plane to be the one that's in the CT.
Yeah.
So, same deal.
Yeah, no,
Same deal.
I'm obsessed. Like,
All right,
no,
here.
I have Lady Pain right here.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, haven't you
yeah.
seen my tattoo?
No.
You haven't?
Yeah, that's
No.
it. Yeah.
You have a lady of
Whoa.
pain?
Never.
Never?
Oh my god! What the? That is so great.
I've had this, like, she watched me get it.
Holly's like the embodiment of the
yeah.
single.
Yeah, I've had
That
this
is
for
so
years.
great. Oh man, that is like I already liked you. Like
I've never, ever, ever played.
You remember,
like,
in high school, remember, I would say that
Yeah,
stuff.
you were already in a good place with me. Like
The next one, guess what the next one I'm getting is? Guess.
What?
Cranium rat.
Oh.
Yeah, right, like, either one or right here on my leg. I haven't decided
I
yet.
love
have you seen my cranium rat
Yes,
cosplay?
yes, I
Yeah.
know Danny made
There
it.
we
It's
go.
amazing.
There we go.
I didn't know anything about D&D except for like Planescape scenarios because that's all
Yeah,
that
because
Holly
you
would-
all,
That's all I ever talked
your
about.
whole recollection of D&D
It's just-
from D&D Club in high school was Planescape.
Yeah.
Yeah, Holly and I started a D&D club together, and Holly was like, ignore everything else. It's just all Planescape. Here's 5 books.
Yeah.
Here's some novels. Please get into
You gave her
this.
the
Right.
novels?
Oh
Well,
yeah.
I read all the Forgotten Realms novels, so
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
we were losers.
All right, here.
But
So,
it was
so it's a new. So what we're manufacturing today is a new dark contract.
yes.
Okay.
So that's the. So Trashed Witch was the very first iteration. It was a delicious
It was
stout.
great.
You did not know about it. You weren't a part of it then.
Right.
But you would have loved it. It was a incredible heavy stout with literal fresh roasted coffee beans.
9.3%.
Wow.
And it was
Yeah,
a
let me
beast.
tell you, I experienced that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I sent Holly down 2 liters of this stuff.
Yeah, I drank one by myself.
Oh, that's not. Yeah.
So get this, fresh roasted coffee, because that's our other hobby, right?
Was it Ethiopian?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
it was
oh yeah,
amazing.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
We roasted it, and it was like, okay, well, you had it roasted because of the Child's Play club.
Yep. So
And-
I withdrew a certain amount, and so on top of that, then it also had a lavender edition as well.
Coffee
Amazing.
and lavender.
Yeah,
It was
really.
I mean, it was bizarre.
I loved it.
but it worked really
It's like
well.
the most Holly thing I can
For
think
me,
of.
Right.
it was.
we made it,
it
like we
was-
made it together, right?
Yeah,
So
it did.
so what does but again, so the overarching concept, right, is dark contract.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's your line of beers.
exactly.
Yeah.
So the next one doesn't necessarily have to be a stout, but it could be another great stout with these with these tree additions.
So the way we would look at this, I would say there's 3 different styles we could go with. One's going to be is going to be an American Pale Ale, because it'll be clean, flavorful, but also if we want to use the spruce, that'll be the most direct way. That'll be the beer that gives us the biggest spruce
Totally.
infusion.
I want
the deepest
this.
access
Right.
to it.
I feel like I want this one to like represent the like hope and positivity of Strix.
So it should be bright.
Yeah, because she
Yeah.
has like a lot of darkness, but she also has like a lot of hope and positivity.
But she's goofy too.
Yeah, and yeah,
Right?
she's a comedy relief for our game, as even between crying.
My game too.
It's fair.
Another one.
We have 18, by the way, now. It's ours.
I
What?
don't like that. And, that motherfucker never talks to me about this shit.
It's ours now. We have, well, actually, we're in Nightmares now, and we have a bomb, but there's 18 is with Dragonbait, who's a very good babysitter.
No, listen. As long as this
Suboptimal.
Somehow, yes! Yes.
Awesome.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's way on.
Ours.
That's so on
All right, now. So
The next
American
one
Pale Ale.
would be an amber ale. So more caramel. So the pale ale is going to be dry and crisp. The amber ale is going to be malty and have a lot of caramel in it for the flavor profile. So that's when but both will still have that spruce kind of shining
Yeah.
through.
Totally.
And the last one I would recommend is a porter because
Yeah, not a stout.
it's not a stout. It's still a porter is lighter in body, but still dark and brooding and just fantastic flavors come
Yeah.
from it. So I think it'd be really cool to pair. For me, I'm a porter fan.
I like porters too. I mean,
So-
I like anything dark, so.
So to pair that with a spruce, like I've never done it. So I think that's another cool option.
Have you
Yeah.
had the 9
Honestly-
pound porter up here, Holly?
No.
Where's that from?
The 9 pound hammer in Georgetown.
Oh, yes.
They have their own porter made by Georgetown Brewing. Really good.
Georgetown is very, very good. I don't know if you've ever.
I've every local beer that I've had up here, I've really enjoyed. And this might
well,
just
yeah.
be my bias, but the ones I've had in LA are real gross and I hate
Really?
No, they're fine. They're fine.
They're real gross. Like, even there's like one
It's
brewery
not
down
okay.
there that's like Golden Road, and I'm like, you guys, this is not good.
No.
like,
It's
I don't
no.
want
I've been
this.
down there.
Yeah.
I was down there for TwitchCon.
Yeah, that's right.
It's not okay.
No, I don't know what it is. I'm just like, is it the water? Like, I don't know, but
No, it's the
up
people.
here it's great.
Honestly.
The other thing,
It's actually just the people.
There.
the other thing you need to try is that Woodinville whiskey.
Oh
They,
yeah.
they
But I
do
don't
a,
belong there.
a bourbon barrel aged maple syrup,
Oh,
which is like the
Wow.
bombest shit you can put on your pancakes.
Oh,
That
man.
sounds amazing.
What are you talking
Their
about?
bourbon is great.
Well, here. So Holly, when are you going home?
When I'm going home?
Yeah.
We're going out
Tomorrow.
drinking tonight. I'm just saying.
I'm going
Well,
home tomorrow.
Oh, but yeah, it's
Sure,
your
sure.
birthday.
No, it's my birthday.
Yeah.
So listen. so next time you're up, like
Which is very soon.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Eric and I should take you on our C team.
Oh yeah, the ritual.
Yes,
And so
yes.
we can show you, like, literally.
Yes.
in the
Well, I
space
told her
of
about
2
the
or
Jolly
3
Roger,
hours.
and we tried to go to the Jolly Roger last time when we
Oh,
were
yeah, but it was
down in Ballard,
closed,
but it was
right?
closed.
No, in the space of like 3 hours, we can show you like 5 local breweries.
I'm
like,
excited.
That
No
doesn't
joke.
mean
No,
we're
I'll be
alcoholics.
literally
it just
coming.
means we're
no,
professionals.
I'm literally coming back in like I think it's like 2.5 weeks. So.
That's great news. But I'm saying
Check
for
out
real,
this. Check out this poll. So
my
at
God.
first, it really skewed
That's
porter.
a healthy poll.
It skewed porter heavily to begin with, but now Amber is taking the lead.
well, here, so
which
Very
is
close.
crazy.
So hold on.
Very
So
close.
Holly, this is what you need to know. So it's been a while since you've been on the show.
Yes.
And it's been going strong, right? So
I know. I try to pop in now and then.
I
do.
know. It brings me so much joy when I see you up there. But I'm saying, like, since then, they have never made a bad beer. It's never
No, they're
happened.
they're
weird.
solid.
It's-
they're solid.
Like not once. Like you would think in typical internet poll fashion that
They'd name it like Bodie McBoatface or something.
Yeah.
but that is not what happens in
No.
the Acant channel.
No,
Like,
because
what-
they're good. They're
exactly.
good beans.
Like every now and then they throw the lever in
Yeah.
a crazy way, but it never goes. It always ends up to the good. Like it's just true.
And they've chosen
Wow.
this amber ale.
This amber ale.
Which I like.
I think it's cool.
It's gonna work. Well, again, right? It's basically just like it's like ale plus, and it's
want
not
it-
about hops, right?
It looks like tree sap.
Oh no, it's gonna be rich.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a
Oh, that
cool
sounds
freaking
so
way
good.
to look at it.
So good.
Literally,
It's like
way to
it's
look at it.
literally like amber, like tree sap.
Let's hit it with the amber then.
EJB, this is one of the healthiest.
Oh, is it really?
This is
Oh,
a
so
very.
it's good for you.
Oh no, this is a health. No, I don't mean it's healthy nutritionally.
That's all I heard. It's healthy nutritionally.
No, I'm saying like people.
Only because the water is contaminated. It's the Middle Ages, and we have to drink this instead.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just
Ryan Hartman, get your granal fissure out of the fuck out of this channel.
asshole. Now, amber ale. I'm saying that like the number of votes. This is a
good poll.
solid
Yeah.
poll.
Lathamber ale. Okay, it's kind of funny.
Anna's not here.
No, exactly, right?
Get that
And also,
butt-hander out.
Lathander's a jerk. So
He is a jerk. He
The
is.
end.
He's a shit stirrer.
He is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I don't think. I don't think
Oh.
that's fully.
No,
We wrote him into the C team, and he was a.
No, he's a shit stirrer.
in my game, Lathander, like followers of Lathander are like Scientologists.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like
Do not tell Anna that.
nah.
She'll be so sad.
Sorry, Anna.
now,
So
so
he is a shit stirrer.
absolutely. So amber ale, mwah.
Okay, so where do we want to go with the ABV for this beer? A typical amber ale is between 4.5 and about, 6.2? But we can go higher or we
I
can go
think-
lower.
I think since this is representing like the goofier, like the brighter side of this character,
Yeah, totally.
I think it should be more like I think like a 6 is good.
Okay.
Also, sixes are a good divine number.
As they
So
say.
true.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's.
And it's a green.
So we'll put it up.
Is it a green? Is it? It's apparently a green. Okay, good.
It's green.
Well, Strix's fire is green.
Are you joking?
I am not joking. No, her fire is green.
They've been friends forever. I'd just go with it.
Holly and I,
fire is green.
Holly and I have known each other since middle school, but we've literally never had this conversation.
Well, I didn't know you saw numbers as colors.
I'm sorry, I thought that was crazy.
No, but again, like, but this is so.
So look, they're putting it on there.
All the green
I don't know
flames.
how it happened.
While
like,
this is running, we're just gonna let this go. I'm just saying that like, there's no reason you would ever know
no.
that it was a thing. You would just say, "Oh, okay, I'm crazy pants."
I mean, I am crazy pants, but also that too.
I don't know anyone who isn't. I don't know anybody worth knowing who isn't crazy pants. First of all,
I agree.
Second of
I
all,
agree.
right? When it comes to that stuff, it's just like your perceptions and reality, generally speaking, synonymized, right?
What?
It's just about like if I experience something, I think that it's real, and that's not actually true, right?
But it is real.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
But 6 being green is divine intervention from Strix's relative Asmodeus, so it's
I
fine.
feel really good right now.
This is- this
Or
is what I'm saying,
Asmodeus,
right?
however you say it. I don't care.
So exactly. So all those like natural, just like when you feel a certain way. So have you ever played the game Arrow?
Oh,
I
God.
don't think so.
It's fantastic.
It's AAERO. It's on PC and Xbox.
Okay.
Try it. Do you ever play Rez?
Res?
Rez.
No.
So I didn't even know about Synesthesia until I played Rez. So that was actually Synesthesia was like it was like enter the realm of Synesthesia, experience Synesthesia. Those were the those are the marketing terms for the game.
Really?
I'd never even heard of the term before then, right? So get a load of this. So when it comes to, I don't know. I have no idea what I was talking about anymore. It's gone.
Synesthesia.
When it comes
and-
to
and-
something.
Synesthesia.
Cliffhanger. Cliffhanger.
No, Arrow.
Arrow.
So in Arrow, there is beats and music that go in the background, but then the main tone, like the melody note, exists in a sort of circle. And so you need to control your ship so that you're guiding it around the melody, and the melody is represented in
way
this
too
circular
big not to
pattern. And so for me, like that is how
never mind. Sorry,
when
I thought
I
there was more.
listen to music and experience music, it's completely visual.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So I picture the melody note, especially vocals, as existing in a circular, like in a cylinder, and traversing the interior
Whoa.
surface of it.
That makes sense.
No, and I did not understand that
That's
was
awesome.
true. I did not understand that was true until I played Arrow. And then when I played Arrow, I was like, wait a second, this is not how other people experience music. Like, they don't see vocals. And I was like,
No.
oh, okay, well, all right.
I just picture
Now
movie trailers.
Exactly. I'm crazy, right? I'm crazy, but it's not actually true in the classic sense. It's like, when this information comes in, I parse it in this visual way. I don't know, it's super, I think it's a super cool thing to have learned.
I love that.
Now you're all set.
6.
Wow.
So
Welcome back in.
you're dialed in. Like, this is another
Yeah.
healthy pull
Yeah.
right here.
So let's talk about the color we want to make this beer.
Yes.
An amber ale is usually between 10 and 17 on the SRM scale. But that's not saying we can't go darker in color either.
Thanks, Red Hate.
So where do you kind of see this going? And then
Ooh,
what?
this is important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry. You can choose what color.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
want
you can.
Oh, Jessica.
The last one they made was like a 40. They
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
sent it to me. It was like,
No, no.
the
So
river Styx.
This,
Yeah.
this is how rad this is. So get a load of this. So every ingredient that we add is going to have an effect on its color, and the every grain that we add is rated according to an international scale. So we can dial these in; they come out exactly
Yeah.
right.
It's amazing.
Oh my god, it's like some kind of crazy Pantone shit.
Exactly.
Going on.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
and they-
For your craw.
This is amazing.
And they made the first Strix one, and it was like exactly how you did it in the program, and it was like unbelievable.
I think I like beer.
I think I'm getting into beer now.
it's like coffee.
It's so
Yeah.
awesome. It is it's such a good hobby.
That's why I fell in love with it, because it's just like coffee. I also love coffee. So
Oh, Holly
and
is
it's like,
like-
alchemy.
yeah,
I love
pretty
coffee.
much.
It's alchemy.
It's alchemy.
Yes.
Oh, I'm in.
Not even euphemistically.
No,
It's
in
literally
reality,
alchemy.
yes, in reality it is.
So give us a range, and then Holly, you tell us what you like best, and then we'll leave it up to them. And
Yeah.
I promise you, they'll make the right choice.
Yes, I agree. They will. They
So,
always
so,
do.
so what do you think, Eric?
Well, I mean, so we're looking at between 10 and 17 as the classic styling, but we could go darker than 17.
Exactly. We can be
if
careful
want
with
to.
we can be
like
careful
like
with
a
the grains,
20 or a
I
21.
think a nice dark red would be Asmodean.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
So
you
like,
got that.
do you think like a 25 or like a 24
yeah.
maybe?
Oh,
I
25 is
think-
beautiful.
I think yeah.
So do we want to say
Or
let's
23, so we can keep it divisible by 6.
There we go.
yes,
Oh,
please,
yeah.
thank you.
Oh,
thank
there we
you.
go.
Thank you. There are good numbers and bad numbers.
Yeah,
So
anything
20
with a 3 is a good number.
So 23.
18, and if we're going to keep the 6 numbers going, right, 27 or no,
12.
12.
Oh my God,
well,
they're
we
all saying 18. You guys.
Oh yeah, never mind. We can't do
it
18.
belongs to us now.
It's just a color. It's just a color.
It's just a color.
Yeah.
He's a triceratops.
So 27.
27.
I understand.
He's a triceratops that's Strix covered in poop.
I think I watched
That is
this
one
up.
of my.
I
That is
think-
one of my favorite games.
Yeah, 24.
I think I
yeah.
watched this.
Cookie Bomb, you got it right. 24 is actually
amazing.
divisible by 6.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think. Did you end up catching the PAX South game?
Yeah, I did. I
with,
did.
With Kate.
Yes, yes. I watch every game with you guys because it's like hanging out.
It turned out.
The part I died was in the time machine. And Kate was like, oh yeah, we just do it.
We
and
fucked.
Omin is in the corner like,
No, and I casted silence, so it's just like so there's no way for me
God.
to know if it's done. I have to actually look.
I was like crying. I was like working in the garage like on some prop or something. I was like crying. It was so funny. Oh,
Yeah.
Kate.
Okay.
Kate.
So 18 has run away with it. Now, Holly, very quickly.
You can
I'm going to let them work here.
Yes.
I'm going to let them work now. But very quickly, I want to emphasize a very important piece of information. Are you ready?
Yep.
We made mead earlier in
We
this
did.
show.
I know. I'm so excited.
And in several months.
And
That's
also
it.
the little hats moved a little.
Oh, it has moved. Like a lot.
Well, yeah.
Has
So,
it?
so you see that foam
Yeah.
up on
Yeah.
top? So almost certainly, like all that yeast, there's billions of cells in that bag.
It's
200.
awesome.
Science is
like-
happening.
Science is
Yeah,
actually
exactly.
happening. This
like
is the best
100
Bill Nye
billion
you got.
cells, right?
It's amazing.
So they have already begun to work on that sugar. It would not surprise me if they had already begun to do work. In fact, you can see sort of the steam around
Yeah.
the top.
That's what I was saying. It's like
That's
it's
an
changed.
indication. That's an indication of the labor they're doing down in the bottom.
That's crazy.
So
I'm
let's-
less
Chris
afraid to do it at
transcended
home
space.
now.
I was going to say, so we will send you a bottle of this in a few months.
And hopefully when I do mine, I can send you guys a bottle, and I will be less afraid.
Let's maintain the ritual. Now, 18 ran away with it, guys.
right.
That's what's up.
The good thing
guys,
about
I
18,
get it.
The
I
good
get
thing, there is a good thing to this. 18 is divisible by 9, so that's 2.
Yes.
Which
Well, and 6.
2 of 9 is 6.
Yep.
Well,
Also
exactly.
9 levels
3
of
times
levels,
6,
Yeah.
18.
There we go.
Anything
Also, 18 is the base max stat, so we're good.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I mean, this is good. This is all still in my numerology headcanon, so it's okay.
Nice.
Good
All
numbers,
right.
bad
All right,
numbers.
Now, grains.
2 primary grains. We're going to use base malts. This is going to give us our primary sugar, which is going to up our ABV. Do we want to use 2-row, which is going to be the standard base malt? It's dry, it's crisp.
It's
a
what you
clean-
think of as the classic image of wheat.
Yep. So we'll put that up for a vote. Now we have 2 other ones that we can use. One is going to be called Maris Otter, which is biscuity and
Yes.
toasty.
He pushes this
As
Maris
soon as I
Otter.
heard biscuits, I'm like,
Biscuit. Biscuit.
He
well,
pushes
Strix is
this.
a baker, so
yeah.
anything sort of like.
He pushes
baked.
Maris Otter
Appropriate.
every show.
Every
and
show?
It's got to
Have you
stop
ever used it yet?
every time.
That's bullshit.
It has to stop.
Chat, you know this is bullshit. Son of a bitch.
Maris
don't-
Otter and
listen.
Special B. Special B
roast.
is going to be.
Special roast,
Yeah, it's
motherfucker.
going to become your. You get a new nickname today.
Special B.
Special B.
Yo, it's special B,
It works
bitch.
though. It works. It works.
B squared.
Or
6 times 3 equals 18.
There you go.
Thank you.
we can wait. Oh, you already put the poll up. There was one more.
No, it's too late.
Done.
I was gonna put Munich in because it's red in
Well,
character.
no, but you always love to add a second
Sure.
grain because you're like pro, and
Yeah,
so
yeah, sure.
we'll come back with
Yeah.
back for the second row.
Fine.
Eric, it's fine. Jerry's being efficient like he was in,
I get it, I get it.
when he was 21 in Ireland. It's fine. It's a thing
Happy
we know
birthday.
now. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Saucy.
Happy birthday.
Saucy.
From Special B.
Yo,
B
Special
squared.
B.
Yo, Special B. What up?
Benson Brewmaster.
All right. No, looking strong. Yeah. See, Maris Otter is. Yeah. See, they're backing you up on this, and he's not wrong. Basically, what we're talking about when we say biscuity, he's right. So
You
it's-
put Special B as my fucking name on Nightbot?
Oh, Mexican is the coolest
feel
people in
you.
the world. Oh, that's so sweet.
No,
Thank
but,
you.
But I mean, that's the takeaway, right? So it's a little bit in that way, like a nice. Oh gosh, what were the biscuits? We brought a ton of these back from Scotland.
Oh, like the shortbread?
Like I know what you're talking about.
With the
Yes.
it has
The
sort of
buttery
plaid,
ones?
the red-
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
the red
Yes.
plaid on there.
Yes.
It's like that.
Those
so
are the walkers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
the
yeah.
Yes.
shortbread.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the shortbread. Oh, the
it's
shortbread.
lightly
Yes.
astringent, like
Okay.
lightly, right? So
It is, yeah.
So it's flat. It's basically in taste terms, it's matte, right? But sweet and nutty.
Yeah.
And he is not wrong. That is exactly what it tastes
I
like.
think that's perfect.
Right in that
mean,
mix,
they're-
especially for an ale.
Yeah, they will make the right decision regardless, but
That's been our experience. It's been weirdly efficient having them choose.
Danny's here. Hi, Danny.
Danny!
Danny Hartel, what? Are you for real? I am.
No, because she's an
love
ethereal
her.
creature. I know, she's wonderful.
No. Last time she was in town, she was in my house. I was like, Danny, come to my house. Come to my house and hang out.
I'm the
I will
worst,
barbecue for you.
I bought her a calendar of mushrooms to send her, and I'm sorry I haven't sent it. It was your Christmas present.
Maris
Danny.
Otter. Yeah.
I almost met Danny, and then I got the flu.
Oh, dude, you need to get in on this.
I know.
Danny's lovely.
She is
super
cool as
nice.
hell.
Oh,
Her and I learned wet felting together. She's a pro.
Is it like a millinery thing?
Yeah, it's how she did Kithris's cloak and all that. And I learned
With
how to
the-
wet.
with the tentacles?
Yes, yeah. And I learned how to wet felt witch hats for Strix's costume when I was making Strix for AI.
yeah.
And she learned how to do it and did like way better than me.
Did you see?
magical.
Did
I'm
you,
a huge fan.
She's
did you end
very
up-
good at it.
Did you end up seeing Dave's photos?
Yes.
Of
oh my God.
Kithris?
Yes.
Like
yes.
he is so.
It looks like if Kithris was like a mall model, like in an
Yeah.
ad.
Well, the thing about
looking like he's
but
trying
like,
to sell like
kinda hot.
Yeah, like he's selling like
Did you-
Kithris like
Yeah,
tailored
it's a
jackets.
brand, right?
It's a brand, yeah.
Did you see Ryan's picture, like where he has toothbrush up on his shoulder, but
Yes.
the dinar hat is up? Like he is hot as fuck.
Everyone in those pictures looks hot. It's just like, that's like, I'm like, you guys, like one of these days we'll take some hot waffle crew pictures one day, but you like,
I don't know about hot D&D.
they're the
I don't know.
inspiration.
Yeah, he
Look,
looked-
D&D
Where's
is
that
always
line?
hot, okay?
Yeah.
He looked like $1 million.
No,
and also,
he did.
I loved. I loved all of them, right? I loved Kate's and I loved Amy's. Like, I think that Amy
Someone
is
passed the vodka. No.
Amy is Walnut, like in a lot
my
of
God,
ways.
yes.
And so when
I relate, like, I feel like her and I's relationship with our characters is very, like, intense.
I love
we
Walnut.
gotta get you on.
You know, and also
Can we-
Strix is very scared of her after Christmas.
Well, no. So
It was very
Yeah.
traumatic for Strix.
Oh
but we put it out. I mean, you're gonna come on the C team like not far from now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
That's
So-
what I'm counting.
Okay,
No, I mean,
next poll.
Exactly, next poll. But I'm saying that you'll have an opportunity
For Strix to be scared of Walnut.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
the
yeah.
reality, right, is that
You will be
Omin
scared of
owns
Walnut. It's-
your spirit
she's
contract.
frightened.
You know, that makes
So-
Deeth really mad.
So I know. But I'm
it's
saying that,
really bad.
But Omin can instantiate her wherever he needs
It's
her to
true.
go. He got the contract for 10 gold,
It's
which
true.
is a steal.
It's from her evil family who's now trying to kill her.
Exactly. Now,
Gamers talking about their
I
campaign.
know, it's weird, right?
I
Like,
know, yeah,
this
welcome
never
to
happens.
Acquisitions
This
Intoxicated.
never happens.
All right, now,
Munich malt, which is going to give us, it's another base malt, but this is going to play well with the biscuit that we've kind of put in from the
quite.
Maris Otter, because it's going to give that same toasty flavor, or Cara Munich, which is going to add that toasty flavor plus a caramel infusion.
I mean, those both sound good. So
Yeah.
let the chat go crazy.
So with the chat, what you guys want to think of is if we go with straight Munich, then we can add other flavors to adding caramel. Or I'm sorry, with the Cara Munich, we don't have to add caramel. We can add other flavors. With the Munich, we're going to be adding more caramel malt afterwards. So it accomplishes two different things.
I have to be completely honest with you. There was a brief period where
weren't listening.
No. I was listening quite well. I forgot everything about using an iPad.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it's literally just the tablets from Star Trek, and that weirds me out.
yeah.
It is
You
weird.
got your L cars. It's great.
Where's my teleportation though? Right?
Please,
I want to bounce off a satellite, go to Paris, and have
where's my
dinner.
Heisenberg compensator?
There's a lot of things that we don't have, but at least we have this.
Yeah. So guys, remember, Cara Munich is going to let us put in different or more flavors. Where if we use Munich, we're going to add more caramel to this. It's going to be a caramel-rich beer, where the Cara Munich is going to allow us to do flavors like more biscuit or toasted flavors or roasted flavors. It's whichever way you want to go.
If you're looking to be projected digitally, you should definitely watch Altered Carbon
Oh yeah.
Oh, I heard about
I have
that,
been.
on Netflix. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So you know all about it.
Yeah, I read
Good.
the first of the books.
Oh yeah,
like,
1,000 years ago,
Yeah.
right? Like 2002, something like that.
Yeah.
They decide so fast.
I know. You're
Empty
very
heads.
decisive on
We
this
are
one.
going to make a simple beer on stream. Our friends from the Kenmore homebrew who give us all our grains and everything.
They're gonna roll through?
They're going to come through on the show, and we're going to do an extract beer to show you guys how to make just
That
plain
one's going
old
to be real
extract
nerdy,
beer.
and I want to watch.
Yeah.
Oh, please do. Please do.
Anytime you guys drop like lore stuff about this process.
Oh yeah. But because C Team is on Wednesdays now, I mean, you could easily come in.
Oh, that's right.
If you just came in one day early,
That's
you could
true.
hang out,
That's true.
do ACK-INT, and then roll through for the show, and then be home on Thursday, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or just
anytime.
move here. I mean, come on.
That's the better option. That's literally the better option.
It's only a matter of time.
Listen, if you like beer,
So I'm
this
guessing
is
we're
a good
And
town.
trees.
I'm
This
guessing
is a
Cara
good
Munich
town
is going to
for
win.
You know what else I like is friends.
There's lots of things to love about up here.
So if you
Cara
guys
Munich.
Good friends, good
you guys check
gaming,
this
good
out-
food,
Yeah.
good drink,
yeah.
Trees.
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 Yeah.
Even tree,
Yeah.
like one tree.
Just one. Just one, honestly.
Temperature variation.
Yeah.
Good one.
We had no winter.
No.
If anyone feels like hearing that story.
You had floods though.
And fires.
Cara
So
Munich.
fun.
We're done.
So we got Cara Munich. So guys, check out Josh. Can you get up to the Beersmith cam? So if you check out the beer up on the top right corner.
Oh, check
So
watch
this is what
gonna
a
love this.
quarter of a pound of
excited.
Caramunic is going to do.
Okay.
This is about 8 on the SRM scale. We wanted to get up to, what was it? What did we hit on the SRM?
18.
18. So this is adding another quarter pound, which is, now we're at 10. Another quarter pound gives us 12.
Isn't that
good.
cool?
Another pound gets us up to 14.
Oh, what a lovely.
So before we get to 18, let's talk about the other grains, if we want to put some other grains in here. One I would certainly add.
Oh, huge surprise here. Is it special roast?
No, it's Victory Malt, asshole.
Well, yeah. but you've been on a victory kick. You've been on a victory kick as
Oh,
well.
what was the one that we put in the first one? It was such a good name.
Let me check.
It was such a good name.
So Victory
It was
Malts
something
give
amazing.
The yeast was the darkness.
Yeah, that's right. That was
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was
The
so
darkness.
Good. It was really good.
Dark contract. We had black malt.
That
in
that was
Classic.
good.
Classic.
That's how
Black
dark
malt,
it was.
Black malt and
Look
special
how dark
B.
it was.
Whoa.
Amazing.
Yeah, this is Trash Switch.
That is awesome.
It was like 90%
Right here.
alcohol.
So give me a couple adjectives for victory.
Toasted, roasty, and biscuity.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Don't it?
What else can we add to this?
Okay.
Ooh. Carafa.
Ooh, yep.
Carafa
Classic.
1. This is going to darken it up substantially, but it's going to make the caramel flavor just basically shine through this beer.
That's awesome. I like the color a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, just those two would be the
solid.
2 ones that I would go with. Victory or the Carafa.
I love it.
Caramel Max. Absolutely.
Well, exactly, right? It's rich. So, Jessica, so a lot of times when we do the brew part, so this time all the brewing was happening in here, right?
Right.
Typically speaking, we have our brew device back here. And so we actually take the physical grains and we set that up, start the brewing process back here, and then we do the rest of the show. So you can actually reach in and so right now these are just adjectives, but you can reach in and actually every part of a beer is just food, right? It's just different types
Yeah.
of food. And so you can actually taste all these aspects individually. It's really interesting. Like one we did recently had a lot of oatmeal,
Oh.
right? So oatmeal gives it kind of a high note. It's a little bit astringent, but it is a really, really interesting accompaniment to a regular bed of grains.
I love this. I like never
it's like
been
alchemy.
more interested.
It is the
You love
coolest
this kind
shit.
of stuff.
I love this.
Because it's like, you're an archaeologist. You like science.
Mm-hmm.
You like that kind of stuff. You like mystery and like
I love mystery.
intrigue.
Who
And
doesn't?
that's what this is, because you don't know what you're going to end up with, but like you also don't.
It's like
So-
weird because I have studied the history of beer quite extensively. Fertile Crescent, you guys.
Oh, of course, of
but,
course.
Like, I haven't actually thought about like modern day brewing,
Yeah.
and it's amazing. I love this.
But it's not that different. Like to me, that's the funny thing, right? I think a lot of those original beers. I mean, having done, so you approach the Fertile Crescent from a historical perspective.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, most of my knowledge about the origins of beer are coming specifically from a brewing side. So my study to that extent is very, very focused. And so a lot of that stuff happened on accident. Mm-hmm. It started accidentally.
I
right?
know. I love it. It's just like
You just wanted to store some grains.
just a little miracle.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, it's like I feel like fermentation is like it was a lot of like sustenance for the olden days people, because
They had to
it was-
protect.
they had to- exactly.
You had to have a mechanism to protect calories. right?
exactly.
Okay, something in the Victory got this one.
Oh well, yeah. Well, listen, it's because they want to back up the biscuit flavor.
Yeah, they
Everyone
do.
loves
They do.
biscuits.
Right?
Well, Strix bakes pies and likes pastries. So
See,
it's
Wise
not her
Girl
fault.
84. She is on the Jessica train. she wants a part of this.
Wise girl. Love you.
You have lots of knowledge. to
Josh,
share,
you want
Jessica.
to
You should share it.
get back
freely.
to the Beersmith cam? So here's where we're at with no Victory malt. We're going to add, here's a
touch.
quarter, just a little bit more amber in color. Another quarter.
Oh, I like that one.
That's
Now
about
it's rich.
17.
Now it's
Where's
rich.
18?
Where's 18? That's what was voted upon.
So now we have 3 different knobs.
There's 18.
that we can
That's
use.
good. Still good.
See? We have 3 different knobs to test it. Masterful.
This is. I don't think we go anywhere else with the
No,
grain.
we are
bill.
good. This is a very, very solid grain bill, as they say.
Yeah. The lingo. So let's talk about hops.
Yeah, and it's not too crazy.
No, or it could be. I'm going to give you 3 hops that we can work with. The first one is this really cool. I'm not trying to poise this off as I want this one, but I'm just saying it's neat. It's fun to say. It's called Calypso.
That's good.
It's apple, pear, and citrus.
Ooh.
Oh, pear.
Calypso sounds too fun for hell, though.
I know, right? It's like well,
I tried to make up apple pie with some pears in it, and it was vetoed. So
Really?
yeah,
What?
Why?
I think just Ross hates pears.
You know, I can see it. That's fine.
It's fine, but I think it would be good.
It would be good.
Okay, apple, pear, citrus. What else you got?
Columbus. This is a more traditional bittering hop.
Yep.
This is going to be earthy and spicy.
Ooh.
That's kind of what Columbus brings to the table. And
Makes you work in mines till you die and
Yeah.
get all bitter.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
It's very harsh,
Yeah.
immoral. It's an immoral hop.
And last one. Oh, this is fun. Let's go with Simcoe. This is citrus and pine.
Yep.
Ooh, there's like the fir tips.
Very
Perfect.
northwest.
Yes. I love that tea so much. It's such a good tea.
But yeah, I mean, I can't stress enough. I mean, that's a very, very traditional brewing
It's
taste.
so crazy.
So there's a beer that we really liked from Jolly Roger. It literally, the bar is named after their Christmas ale, which is called Jolly Roger. But they did a number of caskings of it, and so one of them had spruce tips in it.
That's awesome.
That's
so funny because I didn't even know that. I was just drinking that tea, and I was
no.
this would be perfect for something in the
in
future.
In the U.S., it would be pretty inside baseball in terms
That's
of
awesome.
brewing, right? And you have to be careful with it because spruce can be.
Oh, it's really strong.
It's so strong, and then also, the flavor is the result of an oil,
Right.
And so it's always going to be additive, generally speaking. Every time you drink it, it doesn't go away,
Right.
And so you have to be strategic with it, but that's legit. Like
What's
we can do
interesting
that. We know
about the
how.
tea too is like when you brew the tea, it actually gets a film on the top because of that
Yeah,
oil.
exactly
so
right.
It's just really interesting.
Exactly right.
I'm a big tea fan too.
We need like a monthly curated box from Holly of just like her selections of the
teas.
month. It doesn't even matter what it is. It's just like, what does Holly choose this month for the rest of us to enjoy?
I've thought
Listen,
about that.
they win
I've
Simcoe.
thought about that.
They win
win
Simcoe.
Simcoe?
That's what's up.
Okay. So let's talk.
BT.
So we'll put Simcoe in.
Yeah. So this is already sounding so good.
BT Dubs, we got to go over what we want our bitterness to be. So, a typical amber ale is between 25 and 40 IBUs. IBUs are the International Bittering Unit. This think of an IPA as being at 55.
Okay.
That's
Okay, so I hate that.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, it's too
Right.
far. It's too far.
Think about what we just drank in the old Rasputin being around the 25 and 30 range.
I
Where
think that's a
it's
good-
enough to bitter the malt,
I think so.
so it's
Yeah.
not super sweet.
I like it. I like this. But yeah, IPAs I think are too far for me.
Yeah.
I
Well,
will drink them,
and
but it's a little too far.
And it's also definitely too far for this beer.
yeah.
My Pacific Northwest heresy is that I hate IPAs. And my
It's
wife
not a heresy. It's an
Sponsored
outlet.
stream canceled.
my wife loves them. So
Well, it's like that's
our
all
beer
their-
fridge, there's some conflict in there.
So
There's
you
so
want
much
to hit
in
up
LA,
a
and
25,
IPAs are just taking
a
over.
30?
I got 20, 25, 30.
Yeah.
Very stable. That'll give us a solid result there. What will they say?
Ugh.
I also got it here too.
What? Ooh.
Oh, strong
yes.
opinion.
Right?
Interesting.
The
Amber's-
polls are going crazy.
I love
Amber
this.
and amber will be very, very drinkable regardless.
Yeah.
I mean, it basically, the needle, compared to an IPA, the needle is going to be over toward the malt by default anyway. It's going to be it's going to be delicious, right? Interesting. So there's
they're
a
right.
strong 20 play, but the 25er, is a voting block, right? Their voice is going to be heard.
My biggest problem is that when you go to a lot of bars here, it'll be like, oh, we have 5 beers on draft, and 3 of them are IPAs.
They're mostly. Oh no! I was just gonna say. So when you come up, we're gonna show you. But this is the great thing about Jolly Roger is that they have never been in on this.
Yeah.
Every now and then they'll have 2 IPAs out of maybe 12 beers.
That's reasonable because
They'll have 2 IPAs.
I almost feel like IPAs is such a distinguished taste as like a sour, honestly. Like I feel like
That's totally true.
I feel like you need to have like that's the palate you like. Like you like IPAs, you like sours.
And my wife
no.
likes sours as well.
Oh, there you go.
Generally speaking, when we have been on this show, we've talked about IPAs, at least in the Northwest style, as being either stunts or fetishes. Like if you want to go down that route, like we have that product for you here in town. Like we have it, but some of them are bizarre.
Yeah.
They're just bizarre.
Yeah. It's,
right?
Yeah. And I try a lot of like local beers back home, like in LA, but like all of them I would classify as bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is. I don't
64.
know what it is.
Well, no, it's because they're trying
25,
to
okay.
elicit a reaction.
Right.
And they need to stand out in a market that's dominated by IPAs.
Right. And then like I'll just buy like Dragon's Milk or like Old Raspberry and be like, well, that's what I want.
That's what you want.
I was like,
Exactly.
that's what I want.
Again, we're getting back to that matte, right? In terms of like the flavor profile.
Right.
It's going to be flat, right?
And those LA beers are like, read my script.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Every one of these beers.
They're just in a coffee shop, just like writing their like newest script, but it's actually just like the 5th Smurfs movie.
Smurfs 5.
Smurfette's Revenge.
They're like, no, I'm a screenwriter.
Okay,
Wrote
so
5th Smurfs.
let's.
It's too real. It's
No,
too
you're
real.
not.
So we have 2 things we can do. We can first thing on the poll is add no more hops and just make this a single hop edition, all Simcoe, all at the top, and that's it. And let the spruce tips take over for the aroma and flavor.
I agree with that.
Interesting.
So there could be, that would be the first one, is no hop additions for flavor or aroma.
I like this because it's like, again, like we had the really dark one, which was like that one side of Strix, which is like the fear and the darkness and all of that. And then this is like the brighter, like foresty, like
Fresh.
the side that's like more of like the bright side.
Yep.
There's always a bright side to the darkness. It's the love of her friends.
Aww.
Also pie.
See, no,
And pie.
you didn't know that that's the type of shit we got up to here.
Oh, it got deep.
Yep.
It
Clearly.
got row.
Yeah.
Clearly.
The next one I would say is if we wanted to add flavor, it would be Citra, which is going to add exactly what it sounds like, a citrusy flavor to the pine notes.
Well, not citrus. I would say specifically citrus rind.
Yeah.
The oily, a little bit bitter aspect, right?
Yeah, I can see that. Everyone in chat is into this, so it's good.
Yeah, it's a very, very fun show to do. All right, now, what are we looking at here? Poll is up. Let's see what they say.
Let the
Cat
spruce
Cosplay's
handle it.
here. Hi, Cat Cosplay. Hey, Danny.
Oh, are these your people?
Cat Cosplay's the one who does the costumes on the cats. They did a Strix one, and they did a bunch of Critical Role ones.
It's a calico cat. That's
Yeah.
my favorite part.
I've met him. He's so they're just like the sweetest. And they gave me the Strix cat costume, and I have it in my
totally.
living room, and it's one of my prized possessions.
Have you been hitting up Monster Hunter?
No, I haven't.
Try it. So the reason So,
I mean, I have
you
friends
getting
who
on there?
play.
Oh, yeah.
Because so your sidekick. It's a cat, but it's like I will go out and kill monsters to get materials to make my cat equipment for my cat.
That's
Who
good.
cares about you? It's all about.
F it. It's about the calico.
It's about the cat.
calico,
No,
right?
the cats are so good. They go. Bow, bow.
Oh,
the noise
they make crazy ass cat sounds.
All right, so I'm guessing no more let the spruce handle it takes the lead on this one.
Maybe like
Oh, man.
90%.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
Let the
absolutely
spruce
crushes it.
handle it.
Good God.
That Barovian spruce tree sprig.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it is.
Taste the
Spruce.
haunting.
Taste the sadness.
Taste the ghosts.
To taste the ghosts and sadness. Taste the tears, really.
So we need a name.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh. Here.
This
hey,
is so hard because
Precious
it's
Channel. Hook us up with this name, right?
yeah. You guys have to think of this. 'cause
9
it's-
levels of sadness.
Oh,
It's too good. It's too good. It's too
Bruce
good.
Springsteen.
No, get
Come
out.
on.
Get out.
Beery McBeerface.
No, stop it. Stop it. I shouldn't have joked.
Amberovia. Okay.
Ollie has
that's a good
final
one.
veto.
Tears in the trees. Damn.
Oh.
I do like Amberovia. Amber Alchemy, that's good.
That's fun. Suboptimal is fucking great.
Suboptimal is great. Holly moved to nature. God damn it.
Is that one?
Danny gotcha, yeah. 8 amber.
Danny knows me too well.
So what do we like?
Dragon Beth, we're going to use the Y Yeast American Ale.
I won't run
for
away.
this
No,
one.
don't. That was too emotional for me. Luna's Fork. Oh my God, no. That's where she lived in Barovia. It's so sad.
Aw.
She was called the Horned Witch of Luna's Fork
Carpe
for 50
Juggalum?
years.
Oh,
Carpe
Dark
Juggalo.
Contract of
Chris
Bright Hope.
improv'd that.
Okay.
Of course.
And it messed me up so bad.
Naturally.
Beery Strix Spruce. Owl Amber.
Streeth is 2 on the nose.
Yeah.
That's like the Us magazine.
That's
version.
that's the Us magazine version.
The
for sure.
Barovian Accords. I like that.
Oh, that's good too.
For the puppets.
Forest of Tears is really good.
Forest of Tears is a keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amber Green. Not the Light of Lathander. Yeah.
I'm gonna take one.
Bright
more.
Hope is fun.
Bright Hope.
Oh, that's good.
Sanguine Shandy.
There we go. Now take a look at these. Tell us what you like the best.
Amberovia, suboptimal.
Hey, Most Ugly. This is an amber ale.
Luna's Hope stabs me right in the heart. I can't handle that one.
Well, don't tell them. Because
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
right?
it's right in the heart. Forest of Tears also right in the heart. Like, Luna's Hope really just that gets me.
Oh, times. I love Omin's Whim. I think that's a great one. I should make up one. When you are safely ensconced in Los
right.
Angeles, I should make an Omin version of the Strix beverage.
Oh yes, that'd be so good. That'd be so good.
Literally the contract, right? Disco King, thanks so much for rolling through. Oh man, Forest of Tears and Suboptimal.
Yeah.
You got those DCA fans up
I
in.
know. They know what's coming today. It's just gonna be traumatic.
Brutal times.
It's always brutal. One of my comments on Twitter was like, we were talking about our game, and I was like, Critical Role had a beach episode. It's like
That's
we
the
just-
difference.
That's the difference. Yeah.
Experience the Critical Role difference.
Yeah. And they're like, they had a beach episode. The rest of us are just crying.
Ooh, man, it's neck and neck. Suboptimal and Forest of Tears. Both good. Who is going to come out on top? I'm going to give this about 15 more seconds.
Thank you for not. I mean, Luna's Hope still is hurts
It's
my
beautiful.
Ugh.
It's a
hurts my
beautiful
heart.
name.
It really is.
That label, mwah. I would love to see
know.
that.
I would buy that because I love like nice, well-designed labels,
Yeah.
and I'm a sucker. So
do you get an artist to do the labels? Or?
Yeah.
we could.
We could.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me. I know somebody who would do it.
Well, Clues has done laser etched engraved
No,
bottles.
all your
for us.
glassware. In
It's
fact, all of your
nuts.
glassware
This,
is
Yeah.
is
this is a
Clues.
new one. This one's amazing.
Yeah. And the Ack-In.
Right, here's the
Oh,
classic.
so good. Yeah, I was
the
here when you
Ack-In
opened
tilted.
that one.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
but this one's a new one. I love that one.
All right. Well, hey, it was neck and neck,
God, suboptimal.
but suboptimal.
Suboptimal.
Suboptimal is perfect though,
It is
especially as an
perfect.
amber, right?
Yes, I agree.
It actually works two ways.
Also, it's less sad, and I didn't want this one to be a sad beer. So
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, you were like specifically
I didn't
like,
want it to
she's
be sad. I didn't want it to be a sad beer. So
Exactly.
it's good.
charming.
Well, hey, Precious Channel, I would like to take a moment to thank all of our rad guests, but you don't need to make a place in your heart to miss them.
No.
We'll all be back very shortly
7 minutes to be
to
exact.
play some Fantasy Age from Green Ronin on our sponsored stream. Give us a few minutes to clean all this stuff up, and we'll be right back with you for several hours of live roleplay.
That's right.
So don't go nowhere. Thanks so much.